Hey, what's going on, everybody? Of course, I was on mute right off the hop there. Why wouldn't I be? How is it going, everybody? Happy Toys Day. Gonna go over that live chat real quick while we wait for B to come and join us. He's just kind of slipping in. Nim Studios, what's going on? Bootleg Toyco, how are you? Fletcher Sandvik, what is going on, my dude? Dylan Clement, nice to see you again. And Robert Bloom, what is up? Pocket Salsa, gonna have this one while trucking tonight. Let's pray a super long 3 a.m. show. Oh, dude, don't say that. Those 3 a.m. ones are brutal. Oh my goodness, man. And Pocket Salsa, dude, by the way, thank you very much for throwing us on while you're hitting that road. Yeah, Mecha Ducky, Crumb's alive, dude. That's just what everybody needs. The old Crumbs just ranting and rambling while he's sitting here on a live with you guys. I hope everybody's had a good week. I'll admit, I'm pulling up all my links and stuff here still. Boom, get that opened up. While we're kind of waiting for B here, you know what? We might as well pull open a little share screen of the thing I think everybody is kind of looking forward to, and that's going to be 5 Points Fest. Boom, ba-da-da. Boom, boom. 5 Points Festival. So in the chat there, if anybody's actually going to be going to 5 Points Fest, please chime in, let us know. Zymat Co., I believe you're going to be there with a booth. Skilled One, what is going on? I know General Porpoise is going to be there with a booth. B to the J, man. I can't just do this shit on the fly like I used to. I feel like I used to have the energy to just be able to be like, blah, 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 what's going on? Toys, crack. Let me shove them up my ass and sniff them. Oh, but these days, if I come on solo, I'm just like, uh,
Hey, buddy.
Asa.
How you doing?
How are you? I'm doing good. How are you doing, man?
Oh, brother. I'll tell you what, man. My mom's in town and my stepdad's in town. And so,
Oh shit.
yeah, so my mom comes over, dude. We have a fucking fantastic dinner, right? Fried chicken, potato salad, homemade,
Mm,
my all-time favorite food on the face of this planet.
mm.
So I know I got the show coming up. They're staying at a friend's house, kind of moving them along. They go outside. I'm letting my mom drive my other car. She goes to adjust the rear view mirror and it breaks off the
No.
freaking windshield. And I'm like looking at it and I'm looking at what happened. And I'm like, she's like, oh, it's no big deal. And I'm looking at it. And I'm just like, no, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. I can't fix that. I can't fix that right this minute. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm like, no, it's a big deal. Like, that's a big deal. Anyways, that's why I'm late. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry, man. Sounds like you've had a hell of a night, though. My goodness. I will
Oh,
also. No, go. Go.
hey, hold on. Hey, you shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up right now. Oh, man. They came in last night on the train in Sacramento, which is about 45 minutes from me. They came in at 12:15 at night. And so, and that's it, man. And I'm still in my work routine. I'm still, got home at like 2 and then got to get up at 4 to go to work and then put in work and then come home and entertain the family and act like I got all my shit together for this show that everybody's asking about. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're so organized, it just kind of runs itself, And I'm looking at the time, I'm like, motherfucker, I am late as hell tonight. What's up, everybody? Man, the other thing, I did not grab my iPad, so I'm looking at the chat on my phone here. What's going on, everybody?
Oh man,
Yeah.
oh man. Oh yeah, you know what? I've got top chat on it as well there. Switch over to live chat. Skilled One is saying there's a glass adhesive that will put that back on. I think I've sent you the video before. Red green style it, man. Just the fucking duct tape. Just duct tape that bitch. Um, Pocket Salsa. His fingers and shakes his arms too. One of those?
Skilled One. Ooh, look at me. My parents are alive. Oh man, that fucking dark humor, man. I love it. Dingus, what's up? James Arson Toys. James Arson Toys, man. We'll take a look at. He's got a nice little drop coming up, or some figures that I saw. That little Jawa looking dude. That's pretty sick, man.
The Galactic double set.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bliss,
Definitely
what's up,
encouraging,
my
man.
man? I had a little chat with Bliss earlier today. How are you, dude? I haven't talked to you in like a week.
I know. I'm just on another planet, dude. I'll
That's
be totally
okay.
honest with that. And
That's
I'm
okay.
sure you guys are too, man. And I don't know what it is, dude. I'm honestly so tired all the fucking time. The smoke
Yeah,
stuff that you guys are all talking about, I'll be honest, you guys all started noticing the smoke thing before even I did. I looked at Dingus being like, is it even on Ontario? Like I didn't even know. If anything, the way the Great Lake works, like it's probably getting pulled to like New York, New Jersey, all that shit. Like you guys are
yeah.
probably getting way worse than us because of that land sea breeze effect, right? That big old lake is just dragging probably all that smoke over to you guys. We're kind of getting gray skies, but nothing like what I saw in New York and shit.
Dude, that looks apocalyptic. That's for sure, man. When that air quality gets bad like that, dude, I mean, that is just a regular fucking thing for us out here in California, in NorCal. And what that is, I don't know how it is in Canada, man, but I know in California they've made all these laws where you can't really go into forest land and clear any of that like dead brush out, dude. So that's typically the stuff that catches on fire, and here it happens. It's a fucking yearly thing, dude. So I saw that, and I feel for you, man. That breathing problems, and a lot of stuff starts to pop up, allergies and breathing problems when that stuff happens. And you
I'll
know
admit though, like, okay, so the reality is, like, I've told you guys, batch bowls, right? So, like, the amount of tobacco I smoke without a filter, I don't know, man. You get a little cough in the morning, and somebody's like, "Oh, it's probably that smoke," and you're like, "It's probably all the smokes, dudes." Sorry.
that can be your scapegoat, right? For like just for a little while, they're like, "Oh man, that sounds rough, dude." You're just like, "I know this smoke in the air, dude. What is it? This is brutal. It's killing me. You should see my lungs." Oh man.
Normico, what up?
Yeah, straight up Mad Max atmosphere in Jersey. What's up, Ordinary? Um, yeah, dude, it looked nasty, man. Hopefully the winds pick up and kind of blow that stuff. Is there wildfires in Canada? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, apparently Quebec, Ontario, Parry Sound, like, yeah, the
Yeah.
provinces near me are having some, which I'll be honest, makes really no sense to me. I get like that dry SoCal heat. Like that makes sense in California. Yeah,
Yeah.
skilled one. I'm with you. Either it keeps the cancer away, or I've already gotten cancer and the THC is just keeping the pain away. Who fucking knows, man? Monster Vat Toys, dude. Haven't seen you in a long ass time. Hope you're doing well. If anybody, if we're gonna talk about anybody doing well with the fires, it's the dudes out west I'd be concerned about.
Yeah, good call, dude. I just saw that name pop up. Monster Vet, what is up, man? Been a long time, my friend. Glad to see you back.
Yep.
So anyways, man, you've been busy. What else has been going on in your life there, bud?
Not a whole
Just
hell of a
moving
lot,
along day
man.
by day, man.
I
I
think,
think, you know,
yeah, moving along day by day. I think that's where we're all at, man. Just trying to do things that make the old brain feel good. Go on lots of art walks, nature walks, fucking photograph toys, that kind of shit, right?
yeah, man. Your post that you have, I think we've talked about this. I think obviously Toronto is a lot more of an arty place
Mm.
than where I live, man. And some of those walks that you go on with the street art and whatnot, dude. There's some cool stuff, dude. We don't. I mean, for to do that here, you got to get in a car and drive somewhere and park and then go do that. I don't have that in my area of town, but it's God, dude, that'd be something else to live right in the middle of that, where you can take that break and just go, you know, hang out in that style for a while. Dark
Well,
Rainbow.
and it's free too, right, man? Like, if anything, I know it's like it sounds kind of stupid, but like it's nice whenever now and then, let's say you've been longboarding home and all of a sudden you stop for a second, you're like, wait a minute, I'm gonna take this back alleyway actually instead. And suddenly
Yeah.
like just walk it instead of longboard it, check out all the fucking art, maybe take some pictures of the toys for a second. And I'll be honest, for anybody who actually has a hard time stopping and smelling the roses or always has like productivity guilt, bring a pocket toy with you. It can help you all of a sudden slow down for a moment and smell the roses because you have an excuse to snap a pic of the old toy somewhere out and about.
Yeah, pocket toys, man. Those are always good to bring along. I love bringing a pocket toy with me wherever I go on trips or something like that. Um, Dark Rainbow. We saw Dark Rainbow come in the room. What's up, man? Dark
Thanks for
Rainbow,
that
dude.
massive stack of stickers, that insane amount of fucking yeah.
Look at that, dude. Deal them like cards. You know what I mean? Dark Rainbow. So good, dude. I was cleaning up this freaking tornado zone the other day and was putting stuff away. And it's official, by the way. The room happening. You know my situation, man.
Yeah.
Official,
So
bro. It's official, bro.
yeah, so what's the date? And are you moving them out of that room? Are you expanding to another room, a larger area, or is that room just getting more intense? What's up?
So this room that I'm in now, dude, extremely small. I think the only one in the room here probably that's even been in this room is Fletch. And it's not even really a room, dude. When I got this house, they advertised this as a game room. And I thought, oh, wow, big game room off the master bedroom. That's awesome, dude. Could be something really cool. I don't know what the fuck game this dude was talking about. He must have been talking about like Monopoly. You could play like a rousing game of checkers in here with only two people because you're not fitting any more than that in here. But then when I put the glass cases in here and stuff, it just shrinks it down anymore. So basically the living situation is changing. There's going to be people moving out of my house within the next month. And so that front room where my son is at now will go back into his original room. And that room where I had my the room before, which is no bullshit, probably 5 times bigger than this room, will go in there. So actually, by the time I get all this shit in there, that room's still going to look a little bit empty because there's going to be so much room left. But there's going to be so much more shit on display, dude. I'm not shitting you, dude. I got stacks probably waist high of just boxes of stuff that I open, I look at, I put back in, and I mean, you can't do anything with it. I don't want to say it's in the way, but it's kind of in the way at this point. But how do you stop buying just because you don't have room? What kind of foolishness is that? Like, come on. So, yeah, anyways, man, so that's what's going on. And that just became official today, which was, without going into too much detail, dude, it's been a thing, man, for a while now. So, yeah.
Feet lift off the ground a little, fucking.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And so I'll be taking some time off of work and fucking getting everything back in order and we'll be good to go.
I would even just say, like, I'm just stoked to hear you're getting a chance to enjoy your toys, man. I know what that's like to be in this like weird limbo of like you get it. Oh, when I was staying with Peter and Amanda, I'd get a package and you'd look at it and you're like, this is so fucking cool. And you're like, I can maybe put one on my desk and I'm going to safely pack the other ones up until I get a chance to actually get into a situated spot and set them up and feel good about them and actually enjoy them.
Yeah. That's the worst, dude, right? Like getting something dope and then having to keep it in a box. And then I keep going through the boxes, right? Just to fucking look at them. Like I'll open the boxes, peeling everything back, and just be like, and then just put it back. Mob, what's up, man? Carolina Cool Cat, what's up, my dude?
Carolina Cool Cat, I'm so curious, and I'm sure you guys probably saw this too. Just be a weirdo. PK Mate's actually ended up having a bunch of your work with the toy pizza stuff. And I'm so curious, is it because of the GLaDOS compatibility that they have taken their collection and they're mashing, or have you recently just done a toy pizza collab?
Yes. With the Plague Doctor piece, right? That was sick, dude.
Those look so good.
Those look good. They look seamless, right? Like, oh shit. Like I saw it for a minute, and of course I saw the Plague Doctor, and I'm just like, oh, Carolina Cool Cat. But then I looked at it, I'm just like, wait a minute, dude. What is that?
The sizings, the proportions just work really well. If that's the case, because I thought the toy pizza stuff were a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Knights of the Slice.
Yeah. Now, do you have any of their stuff? That's
No,
that's
and
big Bios thing, right?
yeah, I don't have any. I'll admit, like, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are like this. Yeah, he was just swapping glass parts. Okay, sick. That's sick though. That's sick. That's a sick fucking playability.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know about yourself, man. There was things when I first got into the resin toy scene that I couldn't quite understand. And I'm just a fucking weirdo. If I don't understand it, like I am your classic fucking Homo sapien, dude. Me don't get, me mad. You know? Like if I don't get it, I'm just kind of like, I don't know what I'm looking at. I can't quite understand this. I will say the Knights of the Slice, they're like Patreon, Kickstarter. I don't really know what to call it. It's probably one of
Yeah.
the dopest ones I've ever seen though, and incredibly tempting because they do this sixth thing where it's like, let's say you as the buyer, you have the little option thing you can click on that what you want to buy. You can choose between, let's say, like dude A and his accessories, dude A and B, dude A and B and both their accessories. Now, depending on how the Kickstarter does, it unlocks the different levels. So no matter what, they'll do number A if A gets enough backing. They'll do character A and his accessories if it gets enough backing. If enough people say they want A and B characters and both accessories, then of course the Kickstarter gets backed so that all four end up happening. If only one people get their money back, what they would originally paid, saying, I want the whole set, right? I thought that was sick, man, because like it makes everybody who has decided they want A and B with the accessories to then share it, going, guys, we're so close to unlocking the entire thing. Even if somebody wants to get that A figure, it'll unlock X amount and then it'll unlock the whole thing for all of us. Guys, come on, buy one of these toys. And that's genius, in my opinion.
Bro, great point, man. I was just gonna say, isn't it like a beautiful thing, dude, when a Kickstarter or something like that works out? Like it works out, you know what I mean? And everybody's on board, and everybody's like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do that. Oh, you need a little bit more? Let's get some more. Let's go. This is gonna lock it. This is a good thing for everybody. And then the final thing is the delivery, right? Boom. I bought it. Now I fucking have it. Son of a bitch. What a fucking concept. Am I right? Read between the lines on that shit.
And that being said, Playgrounds are based on a Mega Merge Fallout Vault Dweller, which is based on a Knights of the Slice Classic Knights. And they're essentially the same size. Oh, boom. Sick. Thank you very, very much for that, man. I appreciate it,
man.
New Transylvania, I've got a tab for you because that newest drop that you did is fucking sick, man. Those Star Wars mice, did you see those, dude?
Yes, I did. You know what, dude? You know what's funny is, do you remember me showing a little set of that a while ago? That's another piece that is.
Are we going back way back, like October, probably?
In a box, dude. That's one that I took out and I looked at and I was like, yep, dope as shit, just as expected. Put them back in the box, bro. It's unfortunate, man. I'm glad it's coming back, but it's unfortunate. New Transylvania, he won a gift card last week too, man. Congrats on that.
And actually, E2K, I've got to give them credit, man. They've always been good at carrying a good selection of like indie shit. But I'll admit, this last probably 6 months, let's say, I love when I see our homies appear in there. There's just something really sick about seeing E2K, like when they end up grabbing the Wendigo shit and they're sitting there going, hey guys, we've got the Wendigo. It's hard not to be like, good. That's what's up.
Yes.
That's sick, right? And then recently I just saw they grabbed some of the Magitarius stuff, dude. It's really nice to see more and more and more of the indie homies bleeding into that storefront.
100%, dude. That Magitarius drop coming up, I think it's a drop of 3. That is so sick, man. And that it's at E2K. And honestly, dude, that's part of the motivation for me to reach out to Dustin and be like, hey man, we may have something here, dude. Let's try to get some more run for E2K. Let's buy some gift cards, dude. Let's give them away. Because when you're right, dude, when you start looking through there, you're like, oh shit. And then you're like, man, all these people are in the room. And that's like, what if there was a store that carried stuff that these fine artists made? Then Dustin's like, yeah, it's called Earth to Kentucky. We're in Northern Kentucky. But yeah, dude, Uncle Spank, what's up, man? Mike Stratford. I got a story about Uncle Spank real quick, dude, that underlines, highlights, exclamation point, karma wheel. And I didn't know about it until Hurt Toys told me. Recently, I believe it was on the 1 year show, that Spank won it was the pink and purple Voltron, right? So he sent that off, and I went to I was hanging out with Hurt the other day, and I said, oh man, I said that one that Uncle Spank posted, dude, that was dope. And he goes, Uncle Spank, dude, what a good dude. And I said, I'm telling you, man, straight up. And so he starts telling me this story. He's like, man, he goes, what's funny is he reached out to get one of those Voltrons, and it was late. And he couldn't get it because he had some other things going on. Now, I can't remember if there was a problem with his dog, or if that goes back to where I know that there was a problem with a storm,
with
kind of
Uncle Spank.
Uncle Spank.
Oh,
Yeah,
his cat. There was an issue with one of his cats. Yeah, and
his
all
cat,
the
yeah.
homies, man, were really worried for a while there about his cat. Yeah,
That's exactly what it was, dude. And so that actually, financially kind of put him in a spot where he wasn't able to get that the Voltron first. Well, lo and behold, the karma wheel strikes again, and boom, dude, he's got a beautiful pink and purple Voltron. And I told him, I said, bro, karma wheel. We jokingly call it that, dude, but I think there's it's happened too many times for us to just ignore it. You know what I mean? Very cool, man.
It's weird to me how often the Wonder Wheel seems to know like who could maybe use a win, or even just matches somebody up with a piece that they could really use. It's weird. It's weird how well it works sometimes, man. There's been even times that we've like mentioned somebody coming in and be like, hey, long time no see, and then boom, they win the Wonder Wheel, and you're just sitting there being like,
I know it knows, man. Recycle Galaxy, what's up? Now Dre, I saw Dre do a little video earlier, and like I started to put two and two together. I'm just like, oh man, was he standing up doing that? Like, I'm expecting a full reporter on the foot there, Dre. What's going on, brother? That was very good to see. Like, oh shit, he's up and moving around.
It's funny that we live like in the same like neighborhood, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, the amount of shit we brought up tonight, that it's like, oh yeah, this video right here, I know exactly what you're talking about. Because one, I also had no idea what Dre Azea's looked like, so now we know. There's Dre Azea's in his beard and glory, but I see 2 feet right on the ground. Boom.
Yeah.
What's up? But these pieces are looking fucking sick, man. And I'm just a moron. Swamp thing.
Those are sick, dude. I love that glow pattern on that.
They're sick, dude. They must be beefy boys too, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Marshmallion. Gosh, dude, that is good.
And I guess that's where my brain, the first time I thought about it, I saw it, I was thinking marshmallow. And now I look at it, I can't help but think marsh, like swamp marsh. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. But this pink fucking one, that's sick.
That's the one that I saw too, dude. Yes.
Oh man. And then Earth to Kentucky, looks like they're actually gonna have a booth at, because this is the Imaginators we were just talking about. Looks like they're gonna actually have a booth at 5 Point Fest.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's gonna be 5 Point Fest, dude. There's a lot of homies in that one too, man. That looks like a great show.
Yeah, I would have to agree, man. Between, well, even I think all the beginning here, I've got all the dudes like Bleeding Edges, but I think even Porpoise, there we go. General Porpoise is gonna be chilling out there. Simon Coe mentioned, actually, he was even laying out the itinerary that he's got to go down there earlier on.
Dre says that he can stand for 15 to 20 minutes now. That's awesome, dude. That's something. Yeah, Zimitko's, that's another one that's going to be out at 5 points, right? Zimit's going to be there. Yeah, that frosting look on there. I agree, man. Super sick. Suki, what's up, man? Happy Toys Day. Recycle Galaxy is another one that I saw. Speaking of E2K, if you're looking for some Recycle Galaxy stuff, dude, I don't know why. And it's nothing against Recycle Galaxy either, dude, but that War Boar Dude, the Warboard, there's still a few of those left, dude. I love that little piece, man. It's such a cool little kit bash, and the color combos on there are super, super sick, man. Get over to E2K and check that out. Get over to E2K and check out everything for that matter.
I would agree with you though. It seems like Recycle Galaxy, a large portion of their stuff, it ends up at E2K.
Yeah, and they are Kentuckian, I believe,
Okay.
right?
That makes
Is that
sense.
a word? Kentuckian?
Kentuckian. I'm sure.
Jazz hit Dre with the, oh, look at me. I can stand for 15 to 20 minutes.
Only because you were just talking about the Warboard. I figured I'd pop it up right off the hop. And actually, I gotta give kudos to this as well, man, because they do this and somebody else did this as well. If you've got pieces at the E2K gift shop, you might as well link tree directly to your pieces on it. And dude, like one
Bro,
tray,
that's yeah. So what are you looking at here? What page is this?
Oh, this is the Recycle Galaxy Creations page. I guess this would be under artists.
So this is on the like on your
website.
Yeah, on your PC, man. See, I only look at it on my phone, dude. So that it's just the format is completely different. I've never seen it lined out like that. That's very cool.
I didn't even realize that they had some Zypod pieces. I didn't realize they'd grabbed some of those. And of course, Teddy Bean, some Toxic Fumes.
Nice. Damn, look, Edwin Salas, dude. Nice. Yeah. Magoo, Vegetarius, Cosmo Toys, man. Cosmo. That's I still wanted to get that I want to say Micronaut. I don't know if it's a Micronaut or not, but they had some cool stuff in there.
Even Janky, like realistically, but to see Janky have anything outside of DKE is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Adam Cherry, Scott Cherry, Creature Maker. Sorry, we could probably do an entire episode just going through the U2K website.
Yeah, seriously. But you're right, dude. Cool. Very good variety of stuff, man. I just got a box from them. I haven't opened it yet, but I actually snagged a couple t-shirts. They had some t-shirts on sale. They were cheap.
I didn't realize how much Zymaco they have, dude. Check all this stuff out.
Did you see their drop the other day? It was just like maybe like a store restock, I should say. Maybe not so much a drop, but if you go to that section on their page where there's new stuff, it's just loaded up, man.
5 points hacking.
Yikes.
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude.
Wow.
But that's some hype, man. That's gorgeous too.
Wow. Yeah, like that. Fake Astro Cat. I got a box from them. Oh, bro, look at that.
Yeah.
And I snagged one of those, man. There was a few that they had dropped in the shop. I think that was a 5 Points Fest. Oh, yeah, there you go. Noon today, big shop drop is sampling of what I'll be taking to 5 Points Fest. So there was a little bit of all this in there. And all those ones, that first one with the feathered look, I think all those went, dude. And the funny thing is, dude, I snagged a green and yellow one, and that was the last one left. And out of all of them, I think that's the one I would have picked for me anyways. But we'll take a look at that in the next couple of weeks. Actually, next week, Zimico will be join us for a chat. Yeah,
that'll be really cool, man.
That will be cool.
So fucking much product. Like, does it show? At one point his website showed how many items,
bro. And tell me if this number is even close. If I remember correctly, last time I looked, it said something like 1,700 items.
I mean, I was thinking 17,000 items. Maybe it was 1,700. Maybe it was 1,700. But I'm with you. I'm picturing 1.7 as well.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. Whatever it is, and then you start going through it, and you're like, there really is a lot of pieces on here.
But so well organized, and even the fact you can even just type something in and it'll pull everything up of that nature. But geez, dude.
Stormico, what's up, man? He said that one is his. I think that one that we just looked at. Wow, right on, dude. It's a nice snag. Pocket Salsa. What's up, doggy?
Salsa.
Pocket Salsa. What's funny, dude, is I'm so much a Seinfeld fan that when someone else says that they're a Seinfeld fan, I genuinely it makes me feel great. I'm like, oh, you want to talk about Seinfeld? And then they mention something, and then we just got to go back and forth. Like, it's I had that at a job site today, dude. They were talking about a certain episode, and I'm just like, from Seinfeld? And they go, yeah. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go do a walk. Me and you, let's go. Oh man. What you got, dude? Where you want to start? We got a little bit of everything tonight, I guess, huh?
We kind of do. We've been dabbling some tabs as we're kind of chatting. And what kind of unboxings you got over there? What you gonna unbox for us today?
Well, quite a few things. I think I only listed 4 different artists, but there's quite a few pieces in some of those boxes, namely from Plastic Vomit, previously known as Nerf Herders Customs, and that name almost left my brain already, man. Plastic Vomit. But yowza, dude, we'll look at some of that stuff, and that stuff is super clean. Some not flea market from toy show finds, man. Me and Hella and Fletch went down to a toy show in San Jose last weekend. I think the criticism on the reel was spot on. I agree. Live footage of all us walking around would have been much cooler. But that show's every 3 months, and so we may hit that up again. But that was fun. Found some really cool stuff there, including this hat. Man, look at this hat, dude. It's a Warriors hat, and it's got a teal upper and a pink under. Bam, never seen that one.
No, in the middle, even when you came on tonight, I was gonna say that's a sick ass hat, but I didn't know what the hell the hat was. So
Golden State Warriors
okay.
is they are out here in the Bay, and that's my team as far as NBA goes.
See, the only Warriors I know are Warriors. Come out and
that's
play. Right. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's the Warriors. Absolutely, I agree there. But anyways, yeah, and the hat at a toy show. Go figure. I don't know. There was a whole mix of stuff there. There was jewelry. There was just a little bit of everything. I found some stuff from my childhood that I was really kind of looking for. But yeah, fun time, man. It's cool to walk around with other artists like Hella and like Fletch who see something and watch their brain work as far as, man, I really want to cast that. Man, I really want to take this piece off of here and put it here. And dude, when I first started, and I think Hurt would say the same thing, when we first kind of started in this arena of making your own stuff, it really makes that shopping experience completely different, dude. You know what I mean? You're first, looking for stuff that you want, and then you're looking at stuff going, man, what if I just took the head off of that, or modified that a little bit, or made this a little bit bigger on this piece? That would look sick. And that's kind of what buying is about now. To just kind of look for stuff. I've added quite a bit to my pile of things I'll never make, is what I've named it. So you never know.
I'd say even just going and shopping with some of those boys would be fun, and have like one Hella Radical and Fletch. That's quite the fucking pairing. I'm sure there's a lot of hilarity there. But then even just being able to grab some toys, or like look at toys, see toys, go toy hunting with other dudes who actually love this shit as well and understand what a lot of it is, or I think that part even would just be a blast, man.
Yeah, for sure, dude. And even finding stuff that you're going like, oh, that looks familiar. I think fill in the blank, use this part in fill in the blank, which is kind of cool to kind of piece it back together like that. Here, dude, check this out. So one thing that we'll take a look at just real quick, man, is I saw this from far away. And I think Hella, I think we all kind of said Colin when we looked at this and thought of the Urban Cowboy. There was quite a few of these. This is a Mark's piece. And I was showing Colin this. I'm like, dude, I'm definitely going to pose this next to the Urban Cowboy when I do. I mean, you talk about a warrior, dude. This dude's got 2 weapons here just to totally beat your ass with. But this is great, dude. I love this piece. The original price on it, now this is from 1963, I think we figured out, 63, 64. There was a 10-cent marking on it for 10 cents. And this guy had put a $5 sticker over it, which, you know, would I have paid $5? Yeah, I gave him 2 and he took it gladly, but, you know, he wanted 5. But cool piece, dude. And this is one of those ones, there was a bunch of other ones out on his table, and they were more military guys. And I was thinking to myself, man, if you can get one of those poses and maybe change a head or something like that, you could really do something with that. Kind of like Colin did. But the poses that they had were just so awkward, and this wasn't going to work. Actually, someone more skilled than I, it would probably work great. But anyway, so that's from the San Jose Toy Show. $2 buy there. There was, here's something that's kind of cool. So how about this one, dude? Now I'm a little bit pissed because I didn't realize that this one didn't have the stickers on it before I bought it. But it was complete, which I thought was cool. This is an old school GoBot Fairlady Z. And I had that, dude, back in the day. It normally has the big like Pontiac Firebird sticker right here. And stupid me, dude, I think I was more blown away that this back hatch was there, because I don't see that on there very much. The hinge on that is really, really temperamental, and I don't see that on there a lot. Dude, but
I'm with you. When trunks or hoods are on still, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I wouldn't have noticed the sticker probably either.
Well, and what was funny, dude, this one was he had a glass case. He had tons of stuff all over tables, but this was in a case, and it was locked up. But it was weird because it was upside down. It was sitting like that. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? So he got it out and he goes, oh yeah, that's a nice one, man. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh shit, that is nice, dude. It's got the hat on it and everything. A little bit of paint on the hood here. But there's no sticker, and I totally missed that. It was my fucking bad. But anyways, $20. Not bad. You know, that's $20 worth of memories all day.
Boom. And, you know, we're in a day and age too, man, that like, one, I'm sure you could actually find a way of printing that pretty fucking quick on some sticker paper. 2, I bet if you went online, there's probably a website or something where people do already like print off the different stickers and shit.
Yeah. O'Keefe, Mr. O'Keefe, how are you?
Long time no see, eh?
Long time no see, bro. Vintage Mark. Yeah, dude, I agree, man. No, I'll be the first to admit, dude, I don't know a whole lot about old school toys like that. Just from what I've kind of seen on shows. I love toy hunting shows and antique collector shows and shit like that. And you see some of the tin toys and some of the other Mark's toys go out. I don't know a lot about them, but I think this one, especially with those Mark's figures, you can look at that and you can make a pretty darn good guess if that's what it is. And 100%, man, that's what that is there. Yeah, that Dawson, dude, that's super sick. Here's one more, dude, that I'll show real quick. Just because I forgot to grab this other piece. Now, this thing is from, I couldn't find a year on this. This is a Buddy L car, but it's a Hulk like pickup truck. Now, speaking of the tailgates and stuff, right? Look what's missing, no tailgate. So I got it for dirt cheap. But what's very cool is the graphics there, the Hulk on the hood, and then that on the side. I have a placemat from when I was a kid. I believe it is dated 1978, and it's a nice oval shape, large, but it's this exact same graphic with that exact same writing on it in Hulk. So, you know, another little cheap kind of nothing piece. I was kind of surprised it was made by Buddy L. You know, speaking of vintage stuff, I don't know a lot about it. I know Buddy L is a name that was semi-big, but I like you know, it's a durable piece, dude. Old school metal. We did see a piece out there, a Godzilla tin wind-up toy vintage. And that thing was amazing, man. I don't know what the price on that thing was. I think I was too afraid to ask, but those things can get super, super expensive. Yeah, Christopher Sturgeon. Welcome. That's a new one for us, right? Yeah, the Hulk truck is awesome, man. I agree with that. Yeah.
I'm just not familiar with the designer, like the maker, I guess, for the truck.
Yeah, Buddy L. It's one that I've heard where you have these guys that are old school like train collectors and a lot of metal vehicles. And Buddy L is just a name that I've heard come up, probably on Pawn Stars. They probably tried to rip somebody off or some shit like that. um, oh yeah, James Arson Toy says his grandpa owned Incredible Hulk hauling and did his tow trucks just like that. Wow, dude, that is cool. You know what? The funny thing is, I saw several of these there, dude. It wasn't the only one. They were all kind of in the same shape, but this one had the best graphics as far as the stickers being left. So
I miss that sound though. The average like little car like that nowadays is plastic. There's something I really do miss about hearing that rattling of like the tin metal on there, like the die
mm,
cast metal and shit, dude.
yeah,
What a difference, especially on like the little like matchbox cars. What a
yeah.
difference from die cast to shit plastic.
Oh man, yeah, and you're right, dude. It's about the sound and the feel that you get, right? We saw some other I think they were Shogun figures. They were smaller than 3.75, but they were die cast metal. And the guy had them in glass cases. They were still, I mean, original packaging. They were fucking mint. Um, but that would be something that would be super cool to have is some of those die cast metal action figures, man. It's just kind of a different experience, kind of moving them around.
You guys all keep talking about tin toys. I don't know how or why. The other day I looked up, I was like, I wonder if there's many like clown pigs online. And so I just kind of Googled it.
Mm.
For whatever reason, there is a niche scene out there of clowns riding pigs. Tin toys, wood toys, ceramic
Mm.
toys. No fucking clue why. Pigs riding, clowns riding pigs. Super popular, apparently.
That is random.
Sorry, I'm hearing everybody talk about the tin toys. It made me think about that tin toy of this little, like I said, this clown riding some tin pig, big old Yorkshire.
Yeah, right. Mechaducky says that's a great point, man. Child safety is why they don't make them like that anymore. You're right, dude.
You ever had a fucking one of those metal die cast Hot Wheels whipped at your forehead?
Oh yeah.
No, hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, oh, bro, here's a story for you. So when me and my sister were little, like for some reason, there was a period of time when we loved pillow fights. We would just beat the shit out of each other, pillow fights, right? It doesn't take very much for someone to slide a Hot Wheel or a transformer in there. And then I mean, just so full metal jacket, soap in a towel. That shit hurts, man. You get hit with that one time, you're like, okay, I'm good. Um, anyways, they hurt when you get hit with those. Oh man.
Or when the
Pig
doors break off and you have the sharp little metal edges.
that you know what, dude? When Ducky was saying that, I'm looking at the edges where the tailgate was attached to, and I'm like, God, dude, a kid put that in their mouth, dude. That will slice you open instantly. It'll teach them a lesson real fucking quick, won't it? Like, hey, don't put that in your mouth, you little shit. Um, but yeah, child safety, that's a thing, I guess. I guess we're all concerned about that to some degree.
And Nim's totally right. Yeah, like some of the Hot Wheels are still cast. Um, Typically when I see that they're like bragging almost, it'll be like an increased selling feature on the rack where it's like really cast and all like orange and really trying
Yeah.
to like show off that that's what it is.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Vomiting droids. What's up, dude? Pool balls in a sock. Oh my God. Didn't Steven Seagal do that? I'm pretty sure I've seen Steven Seagal do that before.
Oh, that's a death move.
Steven
Hot
Seagal.
Wheels
What a
Fireball track. Yeah, the orange tracks, life lesson, that's a little black knob with the glowing spirals in the car. Oh, yeah, skilled one, absolutely. Um,
yeah, yeah.
oh fuck, man. Yeah, definitely some of the toys we were playing with as a kid. I miss them, but it does make sense. It makes total fucking sense.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, safety, safety.
I remember even Simeon cheese, and there's a store near me that sells them too. But some of the old play sets, they would actually come with like metal molds. that you could cast your own toys or cast your own like baker, like you know, like the easy bake ovens and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And even he
Yeah.
was talking about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's this little plastic safety guard, but I just ripped that thing off of there." And you're just, as if kids were being left with these metal heating up objects, just melting plastics into them.
Yeah, that's
Toys.
Toys, man,
Even
right?
an easy bake oven, when you consider it for a second, it's like, yeah, that's kind of weird. I didn't really think about it as a kid. It was kind of like, yeah, give me that fucking a little miniature oven to play with.
But Shrink-a-Dink. Did you have Shrink-a-Dink?
No. Skilled one killed it though. Yeah, creepy crawlers.
Yeah, Creepy Crawlers. Shrink-a-Dink was ones that was like a plastic, almost like a I don't even fuck man, I don't even know how to explain that one. But you put it in this oven and they kind of shrink down. And you end up getting I don't know. Shrink-a-Dink. You'd have to look that one up, dude. It's like Easy Bake with plastic, I guess. I don't know how to even explain that. And it's got a figure on there. I remember having some small He-Man, but it's all flat. You know what I mean? It's not even like three-dimensional figures. It's like flat.
See, Mecha
Anyways,
Ducky brought something up, and it's hard to say because you know what, dude, I didn't have creepy crawlers. A buddy of mine did, and I always thought it was so fucking sick. But there's just something about creepy crawlers. I don't even think it has anything to do with the mold making and the casting that maybe somebody was like, "Oh, that's really cool. I could do that." For me, I'm thinking it's just like I think a lot of us really liked that aesthetic. I think honestly, creepy crawlers bit right onto like the aesthetic at the time.
yeah, fuck. Creepy crawlers, dude. I never had that. But correct, dude. I see a lot of people do. Um, I wouldn't say exactly creepy crawler things, but stuff that looks like, you know, even that type of packaging and the font and stuff like that, man, that's something that has stayed strong, I think, for a while. And it's a hitter, dude. I mean, I still love looking at those things.
And even it's tough because I almost want to say we had some really rad stuff back in the day, but they still do now as well. Like if you take something like the trash bag bunch that you like put in the water and it would dispose the container, or you think of something like those little capsules you put in water and then a whole
Mm,
sponge creature would end up coming out of it. But they've got the same shit now. Even Rainbow Yarn used to do those unboxings or whatever, where you have to tap it and pour water and remove this thing, and before you know it, bubbles fizz up, and then a toy drops down. And it's like it's
yeah.
all covered in slime, and it's like, yeah, some of the kids of the next generation, they're gonna have some pretty fucking nostalgic memories of that shit too, man. And they've got some
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
cool interactive toys.
Interactive toys. Yeah, man. I always liked those ones growing up where it kind of combined like a little bit of science in there. You know what I mean? Like you had to mix something up, or there was something that you had to make, or those little monster factories or mad scientist labs or some shit like that. Um, yeah, those are always cool, man. Those things, for whatever reason, man, I still see those at like Michael's and stuff like that. But they're more art project type things. And I just don't see a lot of people doing those, you know. Um, Dr. Dreadful, that's a good one too. Dr. Dreadful Food Lab. Baba Drock, what's up, man? Monster Vat says the smell of the creepy crawlers baking. Yeah, it's funny, man, how those memories, smells like that bring back memories.
Even Skilled One nailed it. I don't know what it is. And I think at this point, most of us aren't impulsive enough to get it. But let's be real. There is something really fucking cool about putting something in a mason jar and it going from being this big to being this big in like 10 days.
Yeah, yeah, right. Those were cool, man. Those water things. You remember like how fucking slimy and weird those fucking things felt, dude? That
And
was always
always,
a trip.
once it happened, I remember always kind of looking at it being like, and now what? You know, like I was always kind of like, well,
Yeah,
I'm done.
yeah, exactly. Now what? Now I got this big fucking slug sitting here that I'm just kind of like, all right, that's cool. That's it. All right. Rainbow Kiss, what's up, man?
Dude. Yeah, why don't you pop a box over there, dude? I don't think you've even popped a
Yeah.
single box yet this evening.
No, I have not. So uh let's start off with, oh, how about this one, dude? Here's a good one. This one I talked about in the post, that this is from Dead Boy, and this is my first Dead Boy pieces in the collection. Dead Boy also has a booth at 5 Points Fest, and they did a drop recently, and I got a couple things. Now, Dead Boy has the one kind of go-to figure that is like his thing, his logo, Ferguson the Third, in a smaller galaxy far, far away. So this is kind of a galaxy edition. Bergie, really cool, like purple and galaxy style pour on there. Very glittery. I don't really want to take this guy out, man, because I love the header card on it, which I thought was very cool. And so I think I might just keep him like this. Ferguson the Third. Dead Boy, man. If anybody isn't familiar with Dead Boy, don't get in there and try to type in DEAD. It's D number 3, and then it'll come up. But Dead Boy, you talk about collections. This dude is the collector of collectors, man. I highly, highly suggest looking up his videos on YouTube. There's a couple tour videos of his area with Justice Curry, if anybody's familiar with him. But they do some tours, and it's just his setup, I believe, is, if I remember correctly, it's all set up by artists in different areas, and phenomenal. I mean, you talk about a world-class collection. That's one for sure. A couple stickies in there, a couple slaps. And then the other one that I got, it's a blank. And dude, nice, solid Ferguson the Third. And that, my friends, is a chunky, chunky piece. That is one tasty burger. Scale wise, let's see. So next to a 3.75. Ooh, look at that one. Bam. Chunky piece. Big boy. Now, Dead Boy did have some of these on their store. I'm not sure if these ones sold out or not. I know the Galaxy ones definitely did sell out. But super clean, man. Really cool pours on that. Nice clean cast.
You know, I'll admit, I know we've looked at Dead Boy's page before, but for some reason, I wasn't familiar with any of the new work they've just put out, like the Galaxy Purple, or even that guy right there, man.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. I agree, and I think that one is definitely one that started off as a, you know, of a collector thing, and then kind of moved into actually making pieces.
Well, because I think this is probably the last time that we were looking at Dead Boy. Maybe,
right.
Or maybe I'm thinking that because that's leftover toys.
Yeah.
So, but damn. I feel like I've been out to lunch, man.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah, really cool stuff. So if you're at 5 Points this weekend, go see Dead Boy. Or jump on the website and take a look at those. But that's clean, man. I love that. It's solid. And I just love the nice, like if you threw that at somebody, that's going to hurt.
Their web store is down, I think probably just for 5 Points. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. So yeah, Dead Boy, thank you very much, man. You know, Dead Boy is one guy that I saw at Decon, and he was walking one way, I was walking the other, and I was just like, oh shit, there's Dead Boy. And then that was our interaction right there, a non-interaction, if you will. But yeah, very cool, man. Dead Boy, check it out. Sicky little piece. Bam.
I feel like I've been living on another planet, man. I'm over on their page right now, even scrolling through, just being like, where have I been? How did I miss this?
Oh wow, so Skilled on it. He says the Galaxy one is actually their third drop. Dookie, what's up, man?
Also, sorry, I know we've talked about this before, and this is funny. You're even talking about how Dead Boy is like the collector of all collectors. We've talked about this specific piece, the Playful Gorilla Walmart Squeaky Toys, man. Like those
there they are, dude.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even mind having those on the shelf. There's nothing wrong with those at all.
Agreed, dude. And I've never seen those. I was curious when we were talking about that. I was curious on what they look like, and there you go.
There you go.
I like that sticker collage in the background too, man. Well done.
I was just thinking that as well. Like, even right afterwards, I'm like, and of course, there's all probably the places he's grabbed toys from before.
Dude, you got a fat a stack of stickers coming your way, dude. I was going through mine
I
and
appreciate that, man.
dude, I thought there was a bunch in there that you probably don't have. And so that's a nice healthy stack that you're gonna have there. Very cool.
I've been slowly lately slapping them on things. For a long time, I was holding on to them, but then now I go through, I try and find ones I've got like 3 or 4s of plus, and then
Yeah.
slap them out there.
Yeah.
I
know,
like
man.
the
I
habit
want
of slapping and spraying. Just imagine just clear coating over it right after, you know?
Yeah, dude. And imagine this too. That would be good. So it just stays there permanently. I agree with that. That's one thing I have noticed with the one big collage that I use, especially on not the glass part, but on the wood framing. Some of the stickers over the years are kind of starting to pop loose a little bit. But I always thought that would be very cool, man, to have like make a big collage, right? And then just kind of film it one sticker at a time. One sticker at a time, one sticker at a time, then put them all together at the end. And you just see it go ba 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 ba, and just grow and grow and grow, dude, with the big fat Toyz alive in the middle. That would be
I know a lot of the guys, they really like the spray adhesive. I usually use leveling gel for like everything, man. I'm obsessed with this stuff called leveling gel, so because like it just works really well. And I would even say any of the stickers peeling off, you can get it pretty cheap. Any spray adhesive, even though lift the sticker up, spray a bit, slap her back down. You know what I mean? If they're
damn, that's a
lifting
great
and
idea.
peeling.
Great idea. God, I never even thought about that, dude. Some spray adhesive or something. Yeah, it's a good idea. Street Fight, what's up, man?
And Duke and McFart slipping on through there as well. What's going on, dude?
Man. Dookie, man. Dookie's had some really, really cool pieces come out lately. There was that little female series recently, and then there was another one. It was like maybe the same figure a few different ways, but really cool, man. That's a cool store too. If you can get on Dookie McFart Sniffle, get on their IG page and hit up the store. Always cool shit in there.
And Skilled One, yeah, man. There's actually somebody here. They do the old like just wheat paste, man. Straight up, just fucking the flour water, and they'll go out with like printouts, and they'll even like on their IG, you'll see them cut out the printouts, and then just the classic, just wheat paste on the wall, slap the fucking page over, wheat paste over top of it, move on with their day. It's so cheap.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, let me ask you something real quick, man. Now, this is a blank, right? From Dead Boy. Would you paint that?
Like, is it resin or is that vinyl?
Resin.
I guess it depends on the person, man. I think most people would agree, like, what's a blank?
And that was you, dude, you nailed it, man. You nailed it, because that is, I think it was advertised as a blank. And I see a lot of stuff that's advertised as a blank. But then you look at it and you're like, man, well, I just kind of want to keep it like that. So, and blanks are usually cheaper, right? Just from what I've seen, they're usually a few bucks cheaper.
Well, because if the person's thinking properly, they mix like a big batch of like that one color, right? They've just got like one color matched batch now, and then they're pouring it. If they were planning or plotting to do a big run, maybe they've got a gang mold with multiples. They're able to pour multiples at a time using that same color batch. But where I guess it gets really bizarre is like even where people would typically put like a base coat like that, or even like want to do a blank in a certain color, would be to allow like the paint app to be better, right? So even if that being a blank, even if somebody were to paint app it, it would make almost no sense to paint it all purple. That colorway almost makes sense. It's like, okay, so you only have to throw a little bit of brown on the top for like that burntness, and some white specks for the sesames and maybe the eyeballs or whatever. But like it is bun colored, and it would even play as a good undertone for like your beefs and stuff like that. So like the blank, it looks good as a blank. It would also benefit a painter that it's in that color.
Yeah, agreed, man. And I think even with some detail on like maybe the cheese and the lettuce and the meat and like you said, the eyes, that would be very cool. Which brings me back to when we were, I had got that piece from Barely Human. It was a skeleton piece that was glow. And actually I saw Bootleg Toyco today get that Space Squatch vinyl from ETC. And it was funny because he had his whole package laid out, and I legit got the identical package today. Same piece, same sticker, same everything. It was pretty sick. But That's a good one where, you know, you leave some of the base on there, some of the glow, then you kind of put some highlights over, like Donner Don't Care did for me on that Barely Human piece. And bro, that is, not only is it that dope collab, that's a super, super sick look. And it came from, you know, basically just putting highlights on a, you know, on a blank.
That
So
Last Resort Tree Trunk Monster, they have a glow in the dark one. But if I grab that, I think I'd probably put a dark brown wash, but that's it. I probably wouldn't do any paint app on it, maybe the red eyes, because it looks like a swamp thing. So it's already green glow in the dark. I'd maybe do like a brown wash. That's it. Give it a rub.
yeah,
Call it a day.
call it a day. Call it a day. Man, I was just gonna show something real quick. Where did it go? It was the drop giveaway piece. The Chasin piece. Damn, I don't know where I put
shit.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
I'll have
problem,
to anyways, I have it. I took a picture of it this morning. I can't remember where I put it, but yeah, I was gonna show that real quick. I guess I won't do that, but that's a cool piece. Thank you, Rock, by the way. Speaking of giveaways, man, did you want to go over any tabs or anything right now, or you just want to kind of keep rolling?
Your call, man. We can do some tabs, or we can jump into another unboxing if you want.
Dude, let me do this unboxing from Plastic Vomit real quick, just
Do
because there's some really super cool stuff in there. And I mentioned in the post for this one that there's some for me, there's some for you, there's some for the crowd. Plastic Vomit, man. The quality of these things blew me away. And they're good. They're damn good every time, man. Every time they are really, really good. The paint on them is always phenomenal. I was opening this box and my son was there and he grabbed those, and he doesn't comment on a whole lot of pieces, but he grabbed it. He was like, holy shit, that's clean. And I agree, man. They're just really super, super clean pieces.
It was
And
funny, before you even brought up that you had some plastic vomit pieces there, I was even talking to King Dingus last weekend, where I was like, so I was using their Uze Blue Stars to explain and showing, like, talk about the differences, and where, like, you will still sometimes see like authentic bootlegs make a reappearance or an homage. And I was using specifically their Uze Blue Blue Stars, because that's probably one of the more famous ones, and the Headman figure that they do, man.
yeah, both super clean, man. The blue Uze is the first one that I got from them. I saw them, I was like, holy shit, that is clean. And what's funny is they do drops, man, and I really kind of love their drops. They're very I would say calculated, very quick. Hey, here's 3 or 4 of these things, and they usually get snapped up super quick. But the blue Uze is one that I've seen multiple times, dude, and that one just keeps on. I think that one is so appealing to people. And it's so clean. You look at it, and for the price, I mean, they usually range between 30 and 40 for a super, super clean 3.75. And they're articulated, you know, they're great pieces.
I think I've even actually got them one of the tabs here, because you just nailed on it, man. Ridiculously priced. Actually, we're talking about this exact figure as well. 35 each plus 5 shipping in the US. International shipping is available at buyer's expense. It's like, oh shit, boom.
Yeah.
35.
And if you look at that, dude, that picture, oh yeah, I love that one. That picture with the blue Uze, though, actually explains something that I probably won't be able to show on camera. Look at that gun, dude. That gun is so dope, and it's such the perfect size that it acts as almost a kickstand for the piece. Now, the piece, you can stand straight up and you won't have any problems with that. But when I took them out of the, that's one of them that I'm about to show. Look at that, dude. Straight creamsicle. Love it.
These are fun too.
Those are great, dude. Yeah,
love those. Those sold out. Alien.
Yeah. Now, Plastic Vomit, one of them, I am not on Facebook, but they have a large Facebook group too. So if you're looking for some of these and they sell out over here, and they usually post, man, like it's cross-posted, right? They'll say it's on Instagram and Facebook, and that's, you know, just think of how many people are on Facebook. There's that many people trying to get these, but super nice people too, man. What's funny is the first piece I bought from them, I can't remember when it was, but they were living in the same town in Oklahoma that my parents were living in. And it kind of got us talking. I think they were in the middle of a move, or they were getting ready to move. But yeah, dude, husband wife team. Jason does most of the stuff for Plastic Vomit. His wife has an account called My Little Fluffle. And I think we've actually looked at their account before, but go check that one out as well. So basically what we have here is they sent, I ordered some figures. They sent a box full of figures. Now I've never had a box. So it was a box this size, good size box. And I shit you not, dude, it's just layered with individually wrapped 3.75s. And it's not one layer, it's not two layers, it's like 4 or 5 layers of just figures, man. I think there was probably 13 or 14 pieces in here all together. All just absolutely beautiful, dude. So the first thing that we're going to show is the giveaways that they included for us. Now these giveaways are going to be spread out over a good amount of time, man. I'd probably like to do one of these giveaways at a time so we can just promote them and represent them time and time again until these things run out. Of course, we'll do it after that as well, but I thought it was extremely generous of them to do this. We'll just go over some of these real quick. Dude, these are beautiful. This is a Stormtrooper, a clear one, and that thing is straight up fucking water. Articulated. Just really nice pieces, man. The joints are nice and tight. It's peg articulation.
You can tell, man, that thing is a squeaky tight figure.
And they don't even squeak, dude. That's what's crazy about it, is they are. And he gave me a heads up. He said, hey, look, they're going to be a little tight. If they break or anything, let me know. But you have to be gentle with them, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, nobody koala this shit. Don't koala it. Just fucking manipulate how you need it to stand it. No koala bear fucking.
Right. Yeah, none of that. And I think when you first get it, I think if you take the, like an arm and just barely move it until you start to feel, then you can kind of move it a little bit.
Warm it up, hold in your hands for a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Mecha Ducky says crispier than ice cold water at 3 a.m. in Alaska. Even. Because you're right, dude. That is ice cold. Here's another one. How about this? This is another giveaway. Gosh, man, this is another beauty. Han Solo, just absolutely clear. Articulated, 5 points, arms, legs, head. Beauty. Beauty of a piece, man. So, dude. So I don't know anything about 3D printers, man, or the quality of them. Obviously, there's different quality of them, but a lot of 3D printers, what I see, and someone will tell me exactly what this is, but on a lot of 3D printed pieces, you can actually see the lines, right? Where it kind of is like building it up.
Layer lines.
Layer lines, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Not on these. Fair. Not on these, man.
Well, and are they molded and casted afterwards?
These ones are just 3D printed.
Oh, shit. And I mean, we've talked about it before. The resin printers are getting cleaner and cleaner and cleaner.
Yeah. God, dude. I mean, like.
So the ice ones, they're 3D printed as well? Huh. What the fuck?
Yeah. Right. Here's another one, man. Look at that nice. I almost want to say, now I'm looking at it in my hand and I'm looking at it in the computer, and it's a little bit different, man. This is almost like that Tiffany greenish, bluish. But it's got the, the gray gun with this one, the little cape on the back. Dope. Dope, man. That'll be a giveaway at some point. And then there was a selection of these that they actually did a drop of recently. And these are 2 other ones that are super clean. I'll just leave these ones in the bag. Proto Troopers. Super clean. You can go back to their page and just go back maybe 2 weeks or so. You say a whole gaggle of those things. So those are all giveaways, man. That was just the giveaway portion of the box.
So the dudes are even talking in there. So yeah, like definitely yes, resin layer lines are much smaller than filament printers for sure. And even the technology now is definitely getting way higher and tighter on those. You can also do things like you could get like a Raspberry Pi and you could actually like fine tune like everything about like the mathematics that are happening with the print up. So of course, when it's working on an XYZ axis, it's getting like meticulous detail, and the arm is doing like precision stuff and predicting the angles before it even needs to like get to those angles. Generally, I would say it looks almost kind of like fingerprints afterwards with the 3D resin printers. It almost has that like oil pooling look on it, like a fingerprint. And then where are we here? James Arson, you actually pointed on a good sealer, get rid of layer lines. I'm a sucker for leveling gel. And actually, I've even got a piece that's sitting on the table right now that like it was wood. And the reality is like I sanded this, filled it, sanded this, filled it. And it will still get to a point where I know it will not be like perfect to the touch. It's wood. They'll never be perfect the way I can do it. So I ended up using leveling gel. The next stage I ended up doing was leveling gel because it's a perfect, basically like plasticine medium that its whole job is to fill into the cracks and then actually create a perfectly leveling surface between any indentations or cracks or crevices. So something like that, if you were to definitely do that, especially if you're going to paint it up afterwards. But 3D printers at this point, man, you're hard pressed. In my opinion, you're hard pressed. You're investigating the piece if you're finding layer lines. It's because you're investigating, looking for it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I agree, dude. And I would say you freaking nailed it, dude, where it almost looks like a fingerprint. You know what I mean? On some of these, if you put it in the light, and like you said, man, you put on your fucking investigator hat, right? 100%. 100%. Now, is that fair? Like, is that even fucking fair? It's not, right? It's not. And I felt that way. Yeah.
I've got casts with beard hairs in them or a mustache hair. I've got things that have been sealed with clear coat, and maybe there's accidentally a random little hair coming off it or whatever. And I've done it too. I've totally sealed a piece, and then there's a fucking paintbrush piece right in there, like one little fucking hair from the paintbrush, and you're like,
yeah,
fuck, like, what do you want? And
dude,
grab a commercial toy every now and then. I would say this to everybody, myself included. Every now and then, grab one of your fucking commercial toys off the shelf and investigate that fucking toy. I promise you, you will be so much more like, wow, these indie toy dudes, their seams are cleaner, their paint apps are cleaner, the removal of the fucking vent marks cleaner. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Yeah,
like
it really is, dude. It's really like top-notch action figure work, dude. It is higher quality than what you're gonna find in the store, without a doubt, man. And what's funny, dude, the only thing that I can relate to as far as like a hair being on a piece or something like that, or in a piece, is when sometimes I'll be taking pictures of a piece and I'll be like, oh man, that looks fucking great, dude. And I can tell like this is the one, man. The light's looking perfect. It looks great. And then I get in there and I zoom it in and I go, motherfucker, look at that little piece of lint, little piece of hair like hanging off the arm. And I'm like, well, guess we're starting over. That sucks. Cat hair everywhere. I bet. NECA stuff. Oh my God, NECA stuff, bro. Me and Hurt were just talking about the other day, dude, how that stuff fucking breaks all the time, bro. Like, can you be any more fragile? Indiana
you
Jones
shouldn't need
toys
to purchase a fucking heat gun to play with your toys. That's just, come on, boys. Let's go. Come on.
And you know what's funny, dude? I have a Fiend NECA Christmas piece, and it says, and the first time I took it out of the box, I tried to move the head and it snapped off. And someone said that exact same thing. Oh, you didn't heat it up first? I'm like, what the fuck you mean I didn't heat it up first? Am I supposed to do that? I didn't see that on the box. I'm like, oh yeah, everybody knows that about NECA. You got to heat them up. I'm like, what?
The Bliss Receptor tried. Oh no, he said it anyways. He ended up saying working on a pube flocking figure as we speak. I've only tried flocking one time in my entire life. I shit you not. There's something about flocking that seems intimidating to me, and I did not do it right. And you guys may not believe this. This is my mustache. That is 110% my mustache. That's my only experience trying to flock something. See, I didn't do so good. Look at all that jizz hanging off the side there.
Oh my God, that is so creepy, dude. But I love it. But I love it, man. Real mustache hair on the crummy. That's awesome, man.
Well, where else do you get mustache hair from?
That, yeah, 100%. If that's the real deal right there. You can't, that's something you can't flock and duplicate. That's awesome, dude. Okay, so anyways, plastic vomit, we're gonna keep on going with that. So those were just the giveaways. Now here's the stuff that actually so these are the pieces that I got. The intention with these is to put these in one of those black cases that you see behind me. I have a couple of them on order. And this is going to be a fucking beautiful display when I have all these lined up together. It's going to look absolutely crisp. But check that one out. Death Trooper, all black with that lime fluorescent green paint app on there. Absolutely beautiful. Super clean. Oh my God. Yeah, I saw it. Oh my goodness. This one was awesome, man. The purple and the green. And like I said, the weapons fit nice and snug, nice glossy paint, immaculate paint, dude. I'll even go that distance to say that paint is immaculate. Glossy, thick paint, man. That's what I can say about that. And like you said, dude, the joints, they move. They are. I mean, they feel like they're not going to move, but they'll move. And I really like that. Especially for posability and stuff, wherever you put the arm or wherever you put the leg, it's going to stay right there. But what's cool about this, even if this was static, I'd still be as much in love with this as this if it was static, because it's going in a case and staying there. That's a dope one. Dude, this one might be my favorite one, this Disco Trooper. That kind of teal. With the red and pink highlight there, and then the cape on the back is that real purple pink, 90s 80s look.
Is that one vinyl or is that a resin cape on that one, man?
It's vinyl. They're all vinyl, and it's like a thin. So what I noticed that on these ones that are have the pattern on them a little bit, sometimes they're a little bit thicker. I don't know what material that is, but it's they're dope, man. They're dope. They look really good. They look good lined up together. They all have one on them. But that one, I love that one, man. Really cool. And I think I've seen this one come out at least once or twice now. That one is dope. Here is the creamsicle. I dropped the gun for this guy, but this is the creamsicle one that we were just looking at, the orange and the white. Another super, super clean one. Plastic vomit customs on these. Ladies and gentlemen, go and grab some of these next time you see them pop up for the price. Dude, incredible price point for the products, because that is top-notch product right there, 100%. Bam. Nice little bag of weapons. That's very Titty Bean-esque, if you will. Very cool there. We looked at this one already, but I did snag one of those as well. The teal guy with the silver. That's a great one.
Was there a saber in that ordnance pack?
Yes, there was in the ordnance pack. God, good pull, dude. I forgot the name of those. But you're right, dude. I haven't opened this yet. Actually, there's two. There's three. Yeah, nice. Very cool.
You just don't see sabers often.
Dude, that's a great point. I don't think I've ever received a saber as a extra weapon in something like an ordnance pack like that. You're right.
Now has been, I think, did a couple sabers with the Killer Smurfs when he dropped them originally as extras. So you could swap the gun out for the saber if you wanted. But I haven't seen anybody like throw a couple of that. Looks almost like the 79 ones too, or at least like a repro of them. The
right
stethoscope style one.
Right. And it does have that little stethoscope piece. It does not retract, but but you're right. It's
But
definitely
that
on
one,
there.
that's
Mhm.
sick.
How about this one, dude? This one's wild, man. Shoot, where'd the gun go? He put the gun back in his hand. But this one's rad, dude. Look at that work. Yeah. With the gun and then the rose. Mm. Yeah. The crown.
Now, are you a Minions fan at all? Does the King Bob thing resonate with you at all, or you just thought it looked fucking hilarious?
So both. So, you know, these movies were when me and my kids, that's one of the things that we used to do all the time is go to the movies, go to the movies, go to the movies. Anything that came out new, no matter what it was, animated, whatever it was kid movies, we were going to the movies. The Despicable Me series was a hilarious one. I love Steve Carell. This was actually a freebie that he threw in, man. So I super appreciate that, Jason. That was very, very nice. Very, very generous, man. But when I saw it, I showed my kids and we just all kind of chuckled for a minute, dude. What a great piece. And the quality is the same on this one, dude. Super clean. Super, super clean.
And it's nice when a piece just finds a home like that, man. The fact that it resonates with you guys like that, that's sick, dude. I'm glad that's where it is, you know?
It is. And everybody's favorite part was the rose. I think that's awesome, dude. I mean, when's the last time you got an action figure and one of their weapons was a flower? You know what I mean? Sick. Very cool, man. And then this was the proto trooper that I got. Again, snow trooper style, but super clean. And that's all for Plastic Vomit. That was a freaking, I was telling Jason from Plastic Vomit, they're like, dude, this is basically a Plastic Vomit collection all in one box. I mean, dude, they're great people. When you line them up together, that's what really gets me.
Oh,
man.
it's gonna look so sick having all those troopers, man.
Oh man, so clean. And what I really like about it, dude, is how uniform it's gonna be. Identical pose. Yes, identical gun. It's good, and it's so easy to put them in that position with the way that they're articulated. But just incredible work from Plastic Vomit. I would say the price point for the quality, you're getting up into some rare territory where you're like, damn,
35 to
dude.
40 for a 3.75 figure with an accessory plus a paint app on there and the glued on capes.
Yes. And you know what, dude? These capes, they're actually, so there is a little bump. It's hard to see. Well, maybe you can see it better on this guy. There's a little
Like
bump.
the original ones, and it sits
Yes,
on the
on the belt.
So they went just like the OGs. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yep. But dude, that paint is so glossy, dude. I mean, so it's whatever resonates with our eyes when we see something glossy and we're just like, ooh, wow. And that's when I see those, I'm like, ooh.
And I like the effect, admittedly, and it's come up a couple times, I think, actually in the chat as well. And I think like some of the guests we've had on have said it. But if you spray, or if you like coat your molds with like a clear gloss or with a matte finish, how that'll end up going through into the figures as well. Now it'd be a pain in the ass for trying to get the paint to sit then on like the eye portions and stuff, but maybe that's how they're doing it. Hard to say.
Yeah, Baker's dozen from Plastic Vomit. Absolutely. Yeah, Plastic Vomit, man. I say if you're into 3.75 Star Wars, take a look at their page. They have a lot of other stuff. We saw those forearm figures. They do a lot of the clear stuff. But just it seems like everything that they make, dude, is just super top notch. Plastic Vomit, man. Go get you some. And thank you, Jason, for the giveaway pieces, dude. I mean, shoot, what was there? 5 giveaway pieces in there, something like that, dude. That's a lot, man. That's gonna make a lot of people happy. I know that much. Colin, what's up, dog? Can see you come in. Yeah, so that was it for Plastic Vomit, man. You know what? Here's a little something that is just sitting next to me, dude. And I don't think we ever showed this. This is a giveaway that Titty sent a couple boxes ago, and it's a little one, but it's still very cool. And thank you, Sam, for sending this. But it's that Pikel Pyres enamel pin. Or no, I'm Partini Pyres, right? With the so anyways, that'll be a little giveaway at some point. Not tonight, but there will be at some point. By the way, man,
drop on that as well.
Yeah, thank you everybody for who's been sending giveaways, man. We are I got a box from Kajiki the other day, man, and I kind of felt bad because he said, "Oh man, sorry I didn't include a giveaway this time." And I'm like, "Bro, no, you helped you're a supporter of the show, bro. Without even sending anything, if you support the show, if you put our story on your story, if you give us a shout out, bro, love it.
If you show up in the chat the odd time,
yeah, that's plenty. That's a lot, man. If you're sending something, and he said, sorry, I didn't send anything. But then I said, dude, honestly, like if I'm looking at all our giveaways right now, I think we're good on giveaways for a while, man. Like we just keep stacking them up and putting them in line. But right now, our backlog of giveaways is looking pretty.
Hey, to stay on that titty bean train real quick, only because titty bean thing here as well. I'm kind of sitting on, so I'm gonna take this moment to kind of digress.
Yes.
From like a little while back. Now back to how Titty Beans is a fucking gem, man. We were on the live the one night, and I was about to like pass out. He was about to throw something in the pot, and he was doing something. I believe it was going to be in the pink and blue. And I was like, dude, you should throw a little bit of black in there. And he was like, a little bit too late to do the black in it tonight. Maybe another time. And then wake up to him fucking messaging me being like, hey, dude, ended up casting it up in a pink, blue, and black like you had mentioned. So I wanted to give you first dibs on it if you ended up wanting it, because you kind of suggested those colors. So first off, in my opinion, just a fucking gem fucking move. But then also, being a fucking goober, throws in this rat ass fucking Bosk, man. And then the Bosk ends up being this like crazy ass teal, white, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to catch it unless I get a picture of it later. But that's not black. That's actually this weird, like galactic-y, sparkly purple that's going through there. Or maybe it was like a galactic-y, sparkly black that, like, because of the blue teals going through it, it's almost like purpled it. But damn. And that Bosk figure, dude, let's be honest. I think we all agree that Bosk figure, like, one, it's a rad as fuck figure. But two, and some of the dudes who really like are odd about bootlegs will get this as well. It is a statement, in my opinion, to call it straight up what it is. It's not Space Lizard. It's not Assassin Cold Blood or something like that. It's Bosk. That, in my opinion, is a little bit of like that, like,
Dude, you mentioned that when I first showed a Bosk, and you said, what's the name of it? And I said Bosk, and you were like, fuck yeah. And I agree. Dude. It's almost like, no, motherfucker, this thing's so good, it's keeping the name. It's not something else. It's what it is. And I agree, dude. Those are both the pour on the first one. Actually, on both of those, dude. Those are phenomenal pieces. Now, how are those articulated? Static legs?
Glad you brought that up. Yeah, static legs on both. And then this guy here is actually going back to like November time-ish. So it's actually got the magnetic articulation on the arms. But the Bosk, like any of the Bosks coming out right now, it's going to be the Glyos pegs in there. And you know what? Actually, again, back to like calling it the Bosk. If we consider like Titty Beans kind of like galactic titty for a second, and how we have things like the Frankenstalker, Mummy Stalker, Maintenance Spy, he could have put this in that realm of like the galactic titty and basically like come up with another unique way of playing on that. But no. Just went straight for the blood there.
Yeah.
And I've got to give Titty kudos on this because I know you've got one of the clowns as well. And this isn't a call out on Titty, but I think it's not that he's flexing, but I think when Titty sees or hears somebody doing something really interesting, very challenging or really unique, he wants to see if he can do it as well. And I thought it was really fucking cool that you and I've got those clowns that are actually the black, the sparkle black with the white with the clear. And of course, in my opinion, this is Titty's way of kind of being like, well, hell, I've seen one trick bust that out, and I want to see if I can do that tri-colorway as well. I
That's
think
dope, man.
did a good job, man.
You know what I like, dude? I love it when you get black and white pieces because I know how much black and white pieces mean to you, and I know that they, you know, they kind of have a little one up on other pieces in your collection. That's awesome, dude. I love it when you get like, black and white. That swirl on that thing is just nasty good. Did you see the Vincent Price pieces that he came out with? The swirls
Dude,
on those are just incredible, dude. Oh, titty.
Phantom, Phantom.
Mm, mm.
Toys on Tap, what's
So
going
good.
on? Yo, I actually also have a tab for the Toys on Tap as well, because if anybody hasn't caught it, they've now done two very successful like bootleg marketplaces. So like, do I get the name of that right? I feel like I get the name of that wrong every time,
Boot
unfortunately.
Yeah,
Boot,
bootleg marketplace, I think is what it's going by, last Friday of every month. And yeah, the last two I think have been pretty successful. The last one had the one trick pony, and there was some other, dude, and we talked about like how cool that is that you can go on there. And you know what, dude? And here's the thing that I think is really cool about that. Number one, and this isn't a part of it at all, but for on this month, at the end of the month, dude, I'm gonna jump on there and I'm gonna join Abe on the marketplace, and we're just gonna kind of see what happens, man. I love the cross promotion with Toys on Tap and Toys Alive, man, and it really feels like we're coming together doing a real fucking like a cool thing, man. You know what I mean? Like you can buy pieces from stuff that you've seen on Toys on Tap. You can buy pieces from people that you've seen on Toys Alive, or that you've seen myself open, or you open, or people that we talk about. And it becomes like this one kind of big thing. But what I really like, not only for the customer aspect of it, where it's just kind of like go, 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 right? Claim, 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 boom, 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 get through the guide, next guy, come on in. It's really great for the artist as well, dude. I mean, how many times do you see a claim drop or something like that where maybe one or two pieces don't sell, and then they go away, they don't end up in the shop, and next thing you know, it's like the artist is, I don't want to say stuck, but they have these pieces that didn't sell. And I've talked to several artists where they don't like rerunning the same piece. They don't like saying, hey man, this thing's still available. And I get it. Sometimes that's tough to do, to almost say, hey, this one didn't sell, are you sure nobody wants it? But you come on a show like that where you say, hey, maybe I've taken $5 off, maybe I'm doing something on the shipping, whatever it is, and it kind of puts it in a different format and gives it a second life. And I think the majority of pieces that I have bought on there are the same way, man. It's stuff that maybe I missed the first time around or didn't know was available, and you can get it right away. So oh, right on, man. Yeah, Toys on Tap. He says he had Wendigo brag about you all on this week's episode because this show is fantastic. Thank you for that, Abe. I haven't listened to that episode yet, but I was fucking, dude, isn't it funny? It's almost like it was a siren song, right? For when we talked about Wendigo, where he was a couple weeks ago. Next thing you know, boom, we start talking to him right away. Boom, he's on Toys on Tap. And it's like, dude, he's alive, right? There's some life in that dude right now. I saw some really cool stuff, some pieces posted on Abe's advertisement for that episode. And dude, some phenomenal work in there, dude. So it's very cool to see, man. I like how it all comes together. We got this thing with E2K going on, dude. And it just feels like we're all trying to attack this thing at the same time and raise everything up. And it's happening together, dude. We're all a part of it. I'm a part of it. You're a part of it. Abe's a part of it. The group is a part of it.
That's actually something I would say about like the bootleg marketplace as well, is that because you just mentioned the group's part of it. If you dig kind of that vibe of the live chat that we have going on here tonight, and you feel like the way that you guys all kind of mingle and laugh and joke and make your dirty comments and stuff, that ends up happening there as well a lot of times in the chat. It's not as much because obviously you don't want to accidentally step on anybody while they're trying to claim a piece. So you don't want to accidentally be blabbing off your mouth talking about farts and butts while everybody's trying to fucking be like, no, claim that. but the homies are there. There's a chat party going on.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. And it's cool to see some of the same people in, a lot of our people are in, watch Abe's show as they should. And it's cool to see it just, kind of fold the way it is. Dookie, yeah, man, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. People have older stuff that they want to kind of get rid of. That's a great opportunity to do it. And eventually I think probably what that'll kind of morph into is, maybe people will be doing drops on the Toys on Tap marketplace. I think that actually already happened with the Urban Cowboy, right? The Urban Cowboy, when Colin came on and you saw how fucking fast those things got snapped up, that one was just kind of like a land grab, dude. Like, just take off. And I think Salsa was the first one who said, claim this one. I think everybody was like, oh, fuck, we're claiming? And then, boom, snap, all gone.
Like a Black Friday fucking doors kicked down, man.
Dude, that was funny. I think we were all watching. I know I was, and I was watching it, and I kind of got my hand on, claim, and I'm like, all right, just say, okay, now we're gonna start claiming. And then Pocket jumps in there. I'm like, So,
well, I think even when I was watching, there was times, like, because I had hopped on right around the time I was saw One Trick was hopping on right as I was about to pass out, and I was like, One Trick never does a live. What the fuck's One Trick doing on a live? I was like, oh right, bootleg fucking marketplace. And I saw you. There was times you'd be like, now this next piece, and also in the chat claim, and you're like, damn, dude, let him pull it out first. Yeah.
You know what's funny, dude? Yeah,
dude.
Dude.
Before I talked about him.
Yeah, you know what's funny, dude, is he had some killer stuff on there, man, right? I don't know if you watched the whole time that he was on there. And so I start claiming away, and then he sends me the bill over the weekend, and I'm just like, oh wow, what the fuck did I buy, dude? But very, very much worth it, dude. There's some of those pieces that have the flowers in them, and those are always beautiful, man. So yeah, I'm excited about it. It should be really, really fun.
Jazz Wizard.
Oh, Jazz had the first. Okay, yeah, well. Ooh. Hey, look at me. I was the first to claim an Urban Cowboy. Fuck you, Jazz.
Yeah, and Pocket Salsa, absolutely. No, he wanted that Mortal Kombat joint. Who did end up grabbing that? Someone was on that like right fucking quick.
That's right, dude. Yeah. That was a cool one. That was I think that was a leftover from she did a show.
I think it was from a show as well. I can't remember if it was an E2K one or if it was was it Assembly Required that you were at and he was there? Was that the one down in Carolina?
Yeah, I can't remember, man. There was, because he did that Mortal Kombat piece, and I can't remember if that was for Apocalyptico or G.I. Joe, maybe.
No, that one would have been with the two ninjas.
Yes.
The ninja, and he did have another ninja, and it had the wolf companion.
The wolf companion, that's right. That's right.
I was looking at the shelf. Oh, yeah. Dude, very cool. I was looking at the shelf the other day, and like, we're in the thick of it. We get removed from it sometimes. I know the makers absolutely get removed from it sometimes. They've made pieces. Like, and I don't know how to say that in a way that isn't absolutely stupid. But like when you take a moment, you look back at your toys for a second and you think about like the last 40 years, and in 5-10 years from now, you'll be thinking on yourself, so-and-so existed. They not only made that toy, and today's a great example. He's got like the mummy stalker, then the mummy Keshis. Then you look at something like the little Mabas, and you're kind of like, oh shit, dude, like you brought your characters to life in several mediums, as well as in stickers, as well as with headers. And suddenly before you know it, you're like, whether you guys want to admit it or not, like you made toys. They might have been smaller runs than some of the other toys out there. But like, holy shit, when we're looking at like those He-Man Skeletor packs, and they're every single one is a different colorway based on what they had available in the injection mold at the time or a machine at the time, you're like, how is it any different? You're looking around you being like, dudes, like you've made toys at like, what the fuck?
And not only toys, one-off toys almost every time. You know what I mean? Like
And
rarely are these things identical.
and like
Rarely.
they exist now. They are physical things that exist
Yeah.
globally in people's collections with all that other memorabilia that would typically go with a figure when you buy it. The backer, the stickers, the
Yeah.
promotional items, all that shit. Almost like letters of or certificates of authentication, right?
Yeah.
It's almost
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Definitely, man.
uh,
Definitely. In 8 years, they will look.
well, we
Yeah.
still do that. Admittedly, like that's we've even discussed that several times, man. It's trippy when you dig back in those archives and you see the old suck hours and him sitting down with Dollar Slice being like, "Who are you?" And you're like, "Geez, Louise." Going back almost 8 years ago, and you've got like
Yeah.
one pro asking another pro, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
What?
Well, and you know what's cool, dude, is and I've seen firsthand this happened before because it happened with me and Hurt when we were first kind of got into the scene and we found out who Suck Lord and Healy were and stuff like that. And you find the Suck Hour and you start watching some of those back episodes. Um, you start writing down ideas and formulas for stuff that they talk about. And on that show, they were kind of talking about, they would just say numbers, right? And now originally numbers don't mean shit to us. So I'm just like, I don't know what that is. But it turns out they're talking about different types of smooth cast and stuff like that. And next thing you know, you have a formula and you're like, oh shit, let me try this. And next thing you know, it comes out good. You're like, oh shit, this is a thing, man. And you go back diving into those episodes. And then I take some of the episodes that we've had where people are talking about whatever they do best or how they do that. And dude, it's hard to imagine how it wouldn't happen where people who want to get into the scene later on use this as a reference to say, well, man, I really like how fill in the blank does this. I see that they were on this show. Let me watch that episode. I know I do that. I think I've seen probably the majority of Healy interviews that are available out there. And sometimes you have to really dig for them, but you end up finding out some really cool stuff. You read a bunch of articles and find out where ideas came from, where original sculptors came from.
Dude, you even just nailed it. Articles, man. And sometimes even putting like A and B's together. Like Barbarian Rage has a like fan page that is like what is that? Like a friend club, basically, like a Barbarian Rage club. And you're basically like you're always a friend of the Barbarian if you're anyways. If you're a part of that back in the day, you had these things that were orbs of madness, orbs of chaos, or orbs of madness, and they were a real pain in the ass to cast. And the reality is because it's this weird foam. It's a strange foam that is like it almost wants to just start volcanoing up every damn time. And so the reality is that you'd have a lot if you consider how difficult this medium is to work with. You probably would have quite a few fuck ups kicking around. And I love how once you know he's made those, once you know how difficult that medium is, he's got a bunch of ram mans that when you're looking at them and you're looking at the black and white swirls going on, at first you're like, the fuck's in there? And then your brain remembers all those old orbs and you're like, oh shit, if you had a bunch of duds kicking around in that weird sponge material, that'd be a dope thing to be able to ram into a mold being almost like a sponge. And so then it's
Yeah.
like weird things like that, right? Where it's like, well, I wouldn't think to ever do that. Like, why would I think to cast a sponge ball, cut it into pieces, and then ram it into a ram man?
Yeah.
Love this shit, dude.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly, man. And it's cool how, and you know what, when he did that, there's no book that says you should do that. That's all experimental shit. That's like, oh, that came out dope, man. I like that.
Well, that's,
You
I
know?
actually like that a lot about Simeon Cheese too. Because even he's somebody, I remember when we were first talking, he was like, it does kind of bug him sometimes thinking about his pieces ending up in landfills for like ever. And he does like to
Mm.
experiment with different like mediums and resins. And it's funny how it's like he's got pieces that are like that Keshi rubber. He just did one of the Golden Girls in that sponge material. He's
Yeah.
done nugget hats. It's just like, all right, dude. Like he did the nugget plushies.
Yeah.
He kind of does it all.
Yeah. You're right, dude. That I remember seeing those. That is Simeon Cheese, bro. What a gem. We need that guy on the show. God. What a good dude, man.
He's
I
a
like that
hoot. He's a
guy.
hoot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, great.
Um,
What else you got over there?
well, I got two more boxes. One of them we'll look
Yeah.
at real quick. Actually, I don't want to look at it real quick. I want to actually spend some time on this one because it's
Hmm.
amazing. Now this is a collab. This is a sucker vinyl piece from Ophelia, but this one has a ton of stuff on it from um, Naomi Naff. Uh, bro, unreal. So if you know what the sucker looks like originally, and then you can see what they added to it, it's just incredible, dude. The paint on this thing, I had been eyeing this thing for a while. This was a run of three. They're all one-offs, but there was three in the series. They ran an incredible sale recently, I believe was 25% off. And that made things a bit easier to buy. It does come from Canada, so the shipping, there's a little bit of an expense there, but absolutely worth it. But dude, the work on this, that's incredible, man. I love this piece. The paint is just, oh man. But what's cool, man, is like, all this stuff right here, that's all new. All the little stuff on the face and the head, the horns, that's new. The stuff around the feet, that is all new. There's so many little details. There's a little dead fish in the pocket that you can barely see. The detail in the face, it's, dude.
No, I'm dying to know, man. Like, does it feel almost like some sort of a clay or like what is the texture on all the tentacles and add-ons?
Yeah, great question, dude. It feels like vinyl. It feels like hard vinyl.
See,
Like
and
you
that's so mind-blowing.
you can't bend it. I wouldn't even try to bend it, but feeling it, you can tell that it feels like vinyl. It really does. Dude, what a killer piece, man. Ophelia Toyz sucker. Uh redone by Naomi Naff. It's just incredible, dude. It really is. I can't wait to put this one on display. I love things in a set of three. This makes the third sucker for me now, so this is a good point to kind of put a hold on the suckers.
And if you
Um,
don't mind my asking, actually, with your suckers, because I was gonna ask you if you had about three, but
yeah,
are they all like you have got one original Ophelia sucker, and then there's the other one, not counting this, is it painted up by somebody different? Is it a different collab? Is it anything
it
different about it?
is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. So the other one that I have, so I have the one clear one with a painted face. That one's by Ophelia. The other one that I have is all like super killer fucking neon, painted by Swarm Co. Yeah, that one was a decon grab 2 years ago, man. And I had two other pieces in my hand, and I'm like, oh, cool, I finally got these. One of them was a turntable tarantula. I'm like, sick, dude. And then I saw the Ophelia sucker, and I'm just like, whoop, put those down. I'm like, I'll be taking this one. Um, but yeah, dude, and that's what I like about that sucker piece is it's such a cool piece. Um, and I have them or three completely different styles, and two of them are collabs, but they're just, dude, I love the sucker piece in general. I think it's really cool. The sticker set that Ophelia gives out for the sucker, I think is probably the best sticker set out there that I personally have. Um, fuck.
Yeah, they crushed that, man.
Yeah.
And I always love seeing Naomi and Naf working outside of like their natural medium. I know they're originally somebody who works in a lot of like porcelain and ceramic work. So it's sick that
Yeah.
they've applied that paintwork to a bunch of vinyl shit as well.
Yeah. And they were actually working on, I saw a post today of a new figure that they're working on. And that actually, I think I ran a story on our page. But it's another phenomenal piece. I looked at it, I'm just like, holy shit, I want that too. But Naomi Naff, KNAFF, if you guys haven't, just do yourself a favor and just go look in the store and just see kind of the array of stuff that they have. Now, as wild as this one is, like look at the paint, right? So you see that, and then we have this other Krakatoa piece by them, right? There's another one. So you put them together and you can see it, right? You're like, oh yeah, that's Naomi Naff, dude, in both of those for sure. And they have developed that kind of style where it's, to me, it's recognizable. And I think once you see the page and you kind of see the art and the, the lightning lines in there and the stuff like that, it starts to be
like
very
party pastel. You know what I mean? It's like a pastel, but it's still got almost that neon party vibe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, that's a great way to describe what that palette is. And it's consistent in all their pieces. And so it, like I said, man, it really kind of, defines a style for them. And it's a fucking great style, dude. I love it. This one's resin. This is a nice chunky boy. But Naomi Naff, man.
I like that Pocket Salsa called you. You don't collect vinyl though, eh?
That's right. That's right. I don't collect vinyl. I'm kind of getting to the point now where I have to say, maybe a little bit. I think the Detolfs would be like, nah, motherfucker, you collect vinyl, you lying ass. But that's a scary box to open, man. I'll tell you what. I mean, you know more than I do that there's just a ton of vinyl out there that's just feels like a whole new ball game when you're talking about that. So I only have one box left, and we got the giveaways.
Yes.
Maybe you want to do tabs or?
Yeah, we can leap into some tabs here. Let me get this open over here. And if anything, we'll start with some of the under 1,000s right off the hop with Plastic Purpose. And of course, I'm surprised we didn't touch on it at all. And I'm not sure if Lulubelle Toys ended up actually like making an official post. And I don't know if Lulubelle Toys Japan ended up doing an official post on it. Unfortunately, I'll be honest, man, I don't know enough, and I feel it would actually be doing a disservice to try and touch on it. But if anybody is interested, there is definitely a post here that I'll make sure to copy and paste into the chat. And if you have anything you'd like to kind of add on there, please feel free. I just know I don't know enough about the situation. But that being said, okay.
No, I'm sorry, dude. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something. I didn't want to interrupt you. I was gonna say something real quick.
Go for it.
It's very, very sad, dude. You're right. I don't know the details, so I don't feel 100% comfortable trying to elaborate on it. I just know that looking at it from 30,000 feet, and from what I've seen is, you have a mother of children who was murdered, and that's very sad, dude. So you hope that the kids are okay, that the family and the friends are okay, that people kind of rally around the situation and pull through it together. That's not something that usually people get over by themselves. It takes more than one person to kind of get through it, man. It's a tragedy. Like I said, I feel stupid even trying to speak on it. I would feel worse if we didn't mention it and say, it's tragic, man. That's sad. I really hope that the kids, that somebody's there to take care of them. You can imagine, dude, being a single parent or even a parent, and then what's really tragic in that one, dude, it sounds like it may be both parents that were taken from them, and that's just sad, dude. I really feel for the kids. I don't know this particular woman, but from what I've read, dude, she sounded like a very influential person in this community, and anytime someone is taken in that manner, it makes it extra tragic. So I agree with you, dude. It feels a little bit odd to speak on. I do have one Lulubelle piece that was a combo with Skinner, which is a great piece. I've read a lot of the comments on a lot of the videos, and it's just It's sad, dude. It really is. And I just hope everything turns out the best for the people that were involved. Um, hopefully justice will be served, whatever that means to whoever that means. It's just sad, man. It's sad. And I should have started off the show with that, not to put it downer on the show, but it's somebody who is obviously influential in this arena. And so I think it's important that we at least mention that, hey man, I just hope that things work out for whoever and whatever that means. Oh, what a tough day that was, man. Saw some fucking heart-wrenching videos and posts, man. It's just very sad.
Well, and admittedly, Pocket Salsa kind of even mentioned a little bit above there, and I'm going to kind of bring it up again. The Grody Shogun has been going live every day to talk about it and process it. We've even kind of talked before about whether or not Grody Shogun is part of the Lulubell side of that, but clearly this individual is actually like the other side of Lulubell, it would seem. And so obviously the impact they would have would be dealing with any of these individuals who've gotten work done through Lulubell Toys, right? So unfortunately as well, like when we're talking vinyl, not unfortunately, when we're talking vinyl, we're going to be seeing a lot of this individual because of how influential they were and how big of a part they were in these people getting their pieces made. But looking at some under 1,000s, you've got Plastic Purpose Toys. And of course, a lot of these actually, admittedly, they're going to be part of the Good Head goons. So Grody Shogun actually ended up doing this, I believe it was about last summer. A bunch of people were actually offered the opportunity to be able to create heads and work through Lulubell Toys, be able to do that. A bunch of the heads are starting to show up now. This next one we've got is Toyz Religion. These guys here look fun as hell, in my opinion.
Wow, those are cool.
Yeah, man, I don't know what it was about them. And this even kind of goes with vinyl in general. I do like the fact that you can kind of plop things onto different ways. It's very different than doing the magnets.
Yeah, cool for vinyl collectors. I mean, I'm not one, but for you guys who collect vinyl out there, that'd be something cool.
Yeah, we might enjoy that, right?
Yeah.
Lazy Robot. These guys here, they're actually a digital and traditional sculptor as well, toy designer and painter. There's quite a lot of different things it looks like they've actually been working on, man. Sometimes it looks like they're doing collaborations for people, but it looks like they've actually just gotten some pieces back as well. So they've got the Melty Man, this Mixed Parts Glory. You're like, dude, yeah, I'm going to be hitting you with a lot of vinyl tonight, apparently.
Yeah, super cool though, man.
Tokay Toys, another part of the Good Head Goons. This though, dude, that thing is sick as hell.
Wow, that is bizarre, dude. Holy shit.
I like those.
Look at that. Is that so? That's resin.
These are resins.
Oh, that's creepy as shit. What is it doing? Washing its hair?
This one's washing its hair, yeah. And it's got brass knuckles. And it looks like the hands are different depending on which one you get. Some of them have knives.
Bro, what is it about that piece that's doing it for me? Is it the pose? Is it that the arms are so like spread out that it looks weird as fuck?
There's a lot of odd happening here.
Dude, I'm looking at like a wrestling uniform with some socks, shampooing its hair.
And there's so many different variants. Like, it's bizarre to me when you see, like, how come this one's got a little shampoo bottle, but this one's just scrubbing it in. Yeah, fun piece, man.
Shampoovians. One lucky person will win Paint Masters of Knuckles and Blades from the first Shampoovians release in 2018. Shampoovian. A bottle of shampoo in. Oh, I like that, dude. That is very cool. A zipper.
Yeah, the zip on the mask.
Yeah. Which makes it even weirder, dude. That's crazy.
Sukunendo. We brought them up a couple of times, man. I'm not sure how far along in the process they are here. We've watched them actually like molding colors of these two colors. But like, we've seen this thing from the beginning stages even. And unfortunately, and Mecha Ducky, speak up if you're in there if you want, dude. I can't tell what the heck's happening in the process here during like where we're getting to where we are now. If that
Wow,
makes sense.
that's cool. I like that.
But it's coming together well, man.
Yeah.
I believe it's in vinyl now. That's what I would imagine.
Wow.
And then actually,
Well,
Death and Strawberries pointed this out to me, and this is another version of, but this is actually being made with Midjourney. So again, this is an AI toy, man. I think it's
wow.
a useful tool. And when we even just looked at something like Plastic Vomit earlier and what they're able to do with 3D printing nowadays, it's like, yo, somebody combined Midjourney and some sculpting, and that's some.
So now tell me, is this a tangible thing right here that I can touch? That they got the idea from AI, or did they put
No,
into
you
AI
can't.
and say, "Hey, make me a action figure based on," and then you put in all the shit, it spits that out, and then that's just a
This is
picture.
an image. This is just an
Gotcha.
AI
Okay.
generated image. Yeah. This
Gotcha.
isn't tangible.
Right. Right.
But isn't that wild where AI is though?
So
Because
then,
for
how
us,
would you?
even
Yeah. How would you take that? Fuck, that's wild right there, dude. How would you take that and turn it into a tangible piece then?
so personally, if and anybody who's done 3D printing stuff, you're gonna know way beyond me. But I would imagine that you take something like this here, you're gonna bring this in as one of your layers to something like Blender, and it being one of like your layers, you're gonna begin sculpting over top of this. Grab some 3D shapes, grab some stuff that's gonna basically like fit those sizes. Just like when you see somebody drawing and they start plopping sausages, kind of doing that same thing in a 3D Illustrator or sculpting program. Yeah, take that and 3D sculpt, then print. Exactly. So basically sculpt over top of this, using this as like your reference image and trying to match it as much as possible, 3D print it, either resin cast it from there or keep printing them.
Gotcha. Colin. Colin says, "I take that back. I want real stuff." Bliss is out. Right on, Bliss. Thanks for coming in, man. Always good to see you, buddy. Enjoy that weather over there in England. He says it's nice and sunny out there. So very cool. But yeah, dude, it's so, I mean, I guess my question was, would it be easy for someone to basically just tell AI, "Hey, I want this," and then them to plug that into something else and then print that? Like, I think that'll be there someday, right? And then it's just like,
Probably.
and to me, if that, like, I don't know, I mean, what is the art there? Is it the words that you're putting into the machine that's creating it? I don't know, dude. I mean, that's a slippery slope, I think.
It is. And I'll never stomp on somebody's ability to create, however that looks to them. But what we choose to buy will always be based on our tastes.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
cool right
neat.
there.
I mean, we've even talked about the 3D sculpting programs before. The reality is somebody like Pocket Salsa, if he's in his truck right now and he takes a pit stop, he might not be able to actually sculpt with his tools, but he sure as fuck can pull out his little tablet and start sculpting on there, or his phone and sculpting on there, and at least gets the ideas out, scratches that artistic itch. I would never want to like put somebody in a box, you know?
Yeah. Just speaking on technology real quick, dude, I'll just say this real quick, just because I saw a video of it the other day. Is that new Apple Vision Pro? Have you seen that shit? Those goggles that you put on? Um, that's the beginning of some wild shit right there, man. Me and Suki were talking about that the other day, but
There was somebody
um,
recently in the toy scene who actually they sculpted a whole toy using AI generated technology. And they basically did the sculpting for it using I don't know any of this shit.
yeah,
Virtual
right.
gaming gear,
Using, virtual digital stuff.
right? Yeah, I don't know why I'm really liking this guy here, this Comet Debris Glow Kappa kid with skateboard, glow in the dark. Come with a skateboard.
Oh, that's cool.
Sorry, man. That's gonna be Comet Debris Toys. James Arson. This is actually what you were talking about earlier on in the show this evening, going over to the resin. The coming soon in planet themed 2-packs with UV and glow. The two different Jawas.
Yeah, those are cool. Hey, Plastic Vomit, real quick, did a drop or just an announcement while we were in here. I
Oh,
believe,
neat.
yeah, tomorrow night they're gonna take a look at they're gonna do the clear Jawa, I believe, is gonna be up.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Ice
tomorrow
Jawa
night.
flame sale tomorrow night, 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern.
Now I don't know what the scale of that is, but they had kind of toyed around with the idea of doing that Jawa in a 3.75. Um, so I don't know if that's a small one or if that's a 3.75. That's cool though, man. Love that cape. Oh, there you go. Well, there's the 3.75 Jawas right there. I missed that post. Yeah.
Also jumbo. Yeah, which makes sense. Because even as you're saying that, I'm like, how do we classify him? Because I get he's not
Yeah.
3.75, he's 118 or 1.8, 1.6, 118, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If anybody wants to call me out in the chat, let me know. I can't even think right now. I bet I know that Folklore will know. If not him, Jazz will know. We collect 118 scale figures, do we not?
Right.
Anyways. Pum Toys. Yo, I'm digging this fucking hippo-headed warrior, dude.
Yeah. I thought that was wild, dude. I saw that and I'm like, never seen that shit before.
And it was almost hard to make out what the head was at first until I ended up clicking on one of the bigger ones here.
Yeah. That's wild, man. I would love to see more toys with fucking animal, like random animal heads on it. That's dope.
Well, speaking of that, is this an ant head on a dinosaur with some kind of
Bro,
mandibles?
look at that. Either that or that's an arm, but yeah, that's a stegosaurus body with an ant
Gorzilla.
head. Wow, that's cool, man. That's interesting.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Wow.
Damn, dude. Quite a few of them in the works as well. It is tough with yeah, there's at least two of them. At least two of them exist. Clean. I wonder if they're rubbery or if they're hard.
Hmm.
But 131.
I know, right? 131.
Damn.
But you know what's funny, dude? Like, so you check it out. So 1, 2, it says followed by those and then plus 20 more. So even though there's only 131 followers, like obviously we know
The
we're
homies.
interacting with a good quarter of them, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. It's like that's the room pretty much, right?
That's the room. Pretty much. Plastic Vomit Customs. We've been bringing them up a couple times this evening. Clearly, with the refresh, we'll get those Jawas. Oh, yo, 554, The Marvelous Misadventures of Kevin. Check these guys out, though.
Oh man, those are cool. Ladybug
Yeah.
eyes. Is that what that is?
Those look like ladybug guys. I guess Saruga we're gonna doing the paint apps on the tree toads.
Shit. Nice. Is that vinyl?
I believe it's vinyl.
Man, that's crazy. I wonder what the scale of that is.
Well, if we consider this might be like a 2x4.
Oh yeah, look at you.
On
Good
its
spot.
edge,
Yeah.
maybe. So maybe about 2.5, 3 inches tops.
Yeah. I like that one too. That lime green on the right. What is that?
I'm not sure yet, man. I was trying to find something more on that guy earlier today too, because 3D printing at my friend's house. Captain Dokuro. So I think they're coming along. Where was these Captain Decoros to me so quickly? Yeah, so he's gotten a couple of these guys sent to him so far. Have an order in Captain Decoro that is still in the works. This was on hand vinyl. So we've got a couple of those guys so far to begin. Brulio Toys. Yo, 257. And they've got a bunch of these clear Tron toys, 20 plus shipping.
Yeah, snagged one, man. Snagged one today.
Oh,
and yeah, and actually the shipping, he sent it out today. It's a 1 day one day turnaround, man. But it
Damn.
was, you know, what's funny, dude. We started chatting a little bit, and he said, "Hey, how did you hear about my account?" And I said, "I think it was actually just a suggested account." And it said that, you know, you were being followed by a lot of people that I interact with, Strafe7, Fletch, I think. And I said, man, you know, those guys know what's up. So if they're following you, then, you know, I know it's definitely worth looking at. But
You know something's up when you have like the last one we were looking at, we have 20 similar friends. This one we have 6 similar friends, but one of them happens to be killer bootlegs. And it's very sad.
yeah,
It's type of talk was casually narcissistic. It's like, okay, Bliss Receptor, worst villain ever.
yeah. And that My Little Fluffle, you see that account right there?
Mm-hmm.
Um, that is so My Little Nicole Annette, that is Plastic Vomit's wife. So that is her. There goes some of those ice troopers. I think that yeah. Look at that. That's the Super 7 scale, I believe, the little boxed ones. Look
Oh,
at those.
fair. That's
Yeah.
smart. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I like the paint
Yeah.
apps on these a lot.
Yeah, those are cool, man. That kind of that Tron look.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, make sure that you check them out on Facebook if anybody is on Facebook. And I think that they have, so they're at 4550 followers here. I think that there is, I think that they have a lot more followers on Facebook.
I believe it.
Yeah.
People who have the Facebook thing down seem to have the Facebook thing down, man.
Yeah.
Nim still got some Agent Jupiters chilling out in the store there. He's also been
Nice.
pushing these Sporozoids this week here. If anybody hasn't gone through, looked at some of the story posts explaining the process and some of the breakdown on this figure. Boom. I know that he was pointing out that it is all resin casted, no paint apps on this guy here. He's also got some, I believe the prints are going up, and he's also got some pre-orders for some tees as well.
Yeah, love those teas, man. And you know what I also really like is the scale of the Sporozoids. I asked him what that was, dude. I want to say that was like 7 inches.
It looks big.
Yeah.
Like we look at that image there, the thumbnail. But I'm with you. Seems almost like 7 inches. When you look at it in hand, you know, that's taking up like to the waist. Oh, geez.
Silver platter, bro. I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
we always talk about a silver platter. I'm kind of watching the chat to be like, well, we're about ready to find out how long the delay is here.
And actually, you know, as we often bring up the pieces under 30 right now, the Boombot's at 20 and the pre-order for Attack of the Sporozoid shirt 30.
Oh yeah, dude, those are great, man. I love those. Nice job, Jacob. 7.5 on that, he said, on the Sporozoid.
Oh shit. There you go.
Yeah.
7.5. Boom. False Idols Toys. Another one in that vinyl game going on with the Grody Shogun, but also this one here, man.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's cool, man. And you know, that's one artist that I didn't buy anything from at Assembly Required, but they were there. Yeah, that is very cool, dude.
They were there. Well, nice. And actually, they've got a bunch of stuff on sale right now too. Boar Flag one-off 15 on sale. Octopunk one-off mashups 15 on sale. Boom. Rainbow Bright Schromden. Sorry, I never get that one right. That's a basement puke piece, and I can't figure out how the hell you're supposed to say that. Schromden. But clearly painted up by False Idols, so a whole bunch of vinyl. Somebody's looking. See, I always think this is a great place to start with your vinyl stuff. Same with this one here, Basement Puke. Actually, this is a great mashup. But for 15, if you've never grabbed one, this green middle head one's still available. I feel like these are great opportunities to try out a vinyl piece. $15.
Yeah, $15, dude. No, are they in the States or are they in Canada?
I believe with False Idols, it's gonna be in the States. Well, they're both in the States.
Okay.
But being in False Idols shop, yeah, these are gonna definitely be shipping out from the States.
Nice. Those are cool, man.
And of course, NRH art. I know you've got one of the coffins.
Yes.
But we were even talking about these spider heads last week, the spider face marbles. Dude,
yeah.
25.
25, man. And I just snagged one of those purple
The new
coffins.
ones.
Yeah, today, as a matter of fact. I've showed those before, but if you don't have anything from NRH, clean, chunky work. That's the best way I can describe those. I have a few different pieces. They're always super clean. They're always super chunky. Those are great, dude. I believe that door of that is magnetically articulated along with the arm. I have another piece like that, but the hand is holding a shotgun. And it's all that just beautiful magnet work on them, dude. Really cool.
I couldn't remember if you had the hand one or if you had the gun one coming out.
Yeah.
Carolina says false idols from Richmond.
Nice. There you go.
Splendid Editions is working on this bad boy here, which I thought was fucking nuts, man. I'm excited to see this come out.
Damn.
And he's somebody I feel is actually goes very underrated. I know we've brought them up a couple of times, but their site, their Etsy store, in my opinion, has got some really cool shit in there. The Strawberry Articulated Collectible. A lot of it comes down to the stories attached to it as well, man. He does really neat write-ups, I find, for a lot of the pieces that he's got in his store.
Wow, those are cool.
And Recycle Galaxy, I believe I got this up because we were talking about Recycle Galaxy earlier, and I brought up their E2K, Zymat Co. We were on their page to show off their page, and the there's gonna be Dead Boy, I believe we're done with tabs. Naomi Neff, tabs. Oh jeez, Louise, my bad. Sorry, homie.
You know how we do.
Phantoms. Fucking ghosts, man.
Yeah, dude, man, you know what? You showed a lot of pieces there under $30.
3 accounts under $30. Quite a few under 1,000. Oh, 5 accounts under $30 pieces, and quite a few under 1,000. I think honestly, man, just more and more makers all the time, all across the world.
Yeah. And dude, great point, dude. It's a worldwide thing. I was going to mention that earlier when we were talking about everybody just, kind of doing everything together, dude. And it really is a worldwide thing. I mean, it's definitely not exclusive to the States or to Canada. It really is everywhere, which is cool. So I got one more box.
Yeah.
One more box, and then we still have the giveaway. So we have the E2K gift card, and then we have the Bob and Drock Chasin figures.
Do you want to do a roll call and maybe do the E2K giveaway before you hop into that last box?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, Fletch said he got a fig from Iran. Okay.
There you go, dude. I'm not a big fan of figs. Fig Newtons are okay, but figs I find is really aren't one of my favorite things. But an Iranian fig might be totally different. So you enjoy that fig, homie.
Maybe Fig Newtons, or you can get a generic Fig Newton, and I believe those are mostly called Fig Bars.
Oh, jeez. I'm always misled by it. And I know there's going to be somebody in the chat who absolutely friggin' loves them. But are those Fig Newtons when when you go into the store, they have those cookies, and they're just like that weird, like, they look like one of the Nutri-Grain bars, but someone's cut it in half.
Yeah.
Is that a Fig Newton?
From what I've seen, they're kind of lined up. They're thicker. They're a square, and they're thicker, and they usually come in rows.
Yeah, and there's some kind of bullshit jam in the middle.
Yeah, it's fig.
It's fig. Yeah.
Yeah. So Johnny Brule in the house. What is up, man? Brulio Toys. We just looked at those pieces. That was the clear pieces for 20 plus shipping. Heard you shouted me out. We did. You heard correctly, my friend. So as soon as that piece comes in, I think that will be here. It's already shipped, so I think we'll take a look at that one next week. But yeah, man, pulled up your account, did a nice little dive on it. Very cool, man. And he had hit me up on here on Instagram while we were chatting on how to wash this. It's on YouTube, obviously. Find the link in our show, and after the show is over, you can always go back and replay it and see us gawk over your pieces. Stop slandering Fig Newton. I won't stand for it. Yuck.
See, I knew there'd be somebody who just loves them.
That is funny, man. My
Yeah,
dad goes 8 for fig Newtons. That's funny. Okay, so last you want to do the last box?
we're gonna do the
Oh
E2K
yeah,
gift card real fast.
my bad.
So if anybody, no, hey, don't, no, man, and if that's cool,
Yeah. Yeah, E2K gift card, man, coming your way. Somebody. Now, I'll just say this: E2K. If you do win the E2K gift card, maybe be patient. Maybe if you don't see anything pop up, maybe wait till Monday, because I believe they are in full 5 Points Fest mode
yeah.
probably at this time. So, then again, knowing Dustin, he'll probably have it sent before I even send the text. So,
But that's a good point, man. And if anything, I would say definitely this is gonna be like the weekend that certain stores and people's individual stores might have stuff pulled down. Just keep in mind it's probably because they're trying to bring stuff over to 5 Points Fest. Boom, boom. I'm gonna pull up
correct.
the wheel of names. If you guys don't see yourself on the wheel of names, please let me know. We'll get you on there. I have been trying to make sure I go through as we go this evening, but I'm kind of blind and stupid. Nim Studios, Zamako, Skilled One, Pockets also, Drezes, Vomiting Droids, Jasmine, Stormako Station, Suki, Mekadeki, Mr. Ordinary, Recycle Galaxy, Uncle Spank, Wolf Receptor, New Transylvania, James Arson Toys, Rainbow Kiss, Mike Stratford, Folklorian, Carolina Kokad, Gobble Mob, Dylan Clement, Titty Bean Toys, King Dingus, Monster Bat Toys, Robert Bloom, Bootleg Toyco, DT O'Keefe, Christopher Sturgeon, Yakima, Colin Hasbin, Toys on Tap, Calico Chris Tattoo, Johnny Brule, and Death and Strawberries. Did I say anybody twice? And am I missing anybody?
Nice, man. Good job. DNS, what's up, man? I forgot to say what's up to you.
Yeah, some of these dudes just slide on in there.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Sneaky.
Bog. See, I feel like over here in Canada, we've actually got like fig Newtons in different flavors. You can get like apple fig Newtons and like
Yes.
raspberry fig Newtons, but they're all kind of bullshit. They trick you into thinking they're a cookie, but they're not.
But they're all kind of
Fletch,
bullshit.
man. I'm so sorry, dude. I don't know what it is. The elusive Fletch. How is it that like we will say Fletch's name 10 billion times in an episode and
Right.
still just putting him on the fucking
I know.
Oh, Baba Drock. Yes, sir. Absolutely, homie. My apologies.
Oh.
And actually, somehow I didn't pull up the Baba Drock tab as well. Baba Drock ended up dropping
Lubaka.
the Blue Baka tonight. Yes, exactly. I
Yeah.
know I had that up in a tab, but somehow it didn't come up. We've looked at that a couple
Yeah, and I
times.
think
Dude,
there
those
was
look great.
I think there was a couple glow variants too, man. That's those are
Three.
great, man. Something like that. And the other thing that I really like too, man, is that the backer was done by his son.
Oh,
Which I
nice.
thought, which I thought was really cool, man. So a little father-son duo piece there. That's very cool. Fucking Baba Drock, dude. The dude is a fucking walking legend. That the variety, dude. I was just talking about the variety. Somebody else had snagged a couple pieces of his in that recent drop, and we were just kind of talking about him. It's like, bro, yeah, he's the business, dude. Straight up.
Chris O. Like Calico Chris tattoos. Chris Sturgeon.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Sturgeon.
I think it might be Chris Sturgeon.
Look at Yuck. If someone offered me fig Newtons, if I listened to Rush, I'd do it.
Oh, it's Street Fight SPDX. You're not on there. My apologies, man. At least I don't see. Yeah, I don't have Street Fight SPDX on here. Ain't Apple Newton that mofo that did the gravity thing? Apple Newton. Fig Apple Newton.
Ain't
I
Apple.
got you there, dude. Box you in. I'll paint your box. Sorry.
Oh man, dude, you know what Mekadeki sent me a video of Titanica that's with the group on it. I had never seen that before, bro. I was laughing my ass off, dude. Where have I been? And what's funny is the main dude in there is fucking Bob Odenkirk. I love that dude, and I've never even seen that before. I'm like, what is this from? That was great, dude. That's funny.
There's a whirl here with that all. Jeez,
He said that dude looked like he was made of wet cigars.
boom. Folklorian. Getting an E2K gift card. 25.
Yeah,
Congratulations, man.
folklore. Jimmy, if you could hit me with your email address, please, and then watch out for that E2K gift card that will be sent to you by Dustin, and it's usually done pretty quick. So maybe look for that tomorrow by the time we're out of here today. Cool, man. Congrats, Jimmy Folklore. Go get yourself something nice, man.
See, Robert Bloom just brought up the shock tarts again. I got all excited the one day I was in a convenience store and I ended up seeing something that said Choco Choco. And at first I thought it was shock tarts for a quick second. No, for some reason they make a log of chocolate filled with Pop Rocks. I don't know who's eating that.
Wow.
But good for those people.
Dude, that's a combo right there. I don't think I've seen that one before. Holy smokes. Yeah, right on. Congrats, Jimmy. Okay, so last box we'll go through. And good because this one's a little bit of a bigger box. Now this is Low Tech Studios. And we talked about Low Tech before because they do great shirts. I think he was in the t-shirt biz for a while, but what's cool, man, and I really love this, is that the shirts, these two shirts are of the pieces that I got, which I thought was really cool, man. So anyways, Low Tech Studios, they have great packaging. Take a look at that packaging. Boom, Low Tech Studios. Some figures. If you remember, we did a giveaway last time with this figure here, the dinosaur wrestler, and that came with a t-shirt that was won by the one, the only Max Patton, aka the One Trick Pony. So here we go, man. So this is the General. We looked at these on the show, man, and I said the one that I got was the guy right in the middle, but it's got a super tiny gun. That's a really cool piece, dude. The pour on there is outstanding. Yeah, really, really nice. The General, it is a static piece, but really, really cool. I love the header on it too, dude. This the card on there is ultra thick, man. It's like almost like cardboard, but really cool. And then to go with that, General shirt. Yeah. And nice soft t-shirts, man. He, like I said, he was in the t-shirt biz before, so he knows what's up with you know, paint that's going to stick to the shirt. I have some other shirts, man, that I've washed multiple times, some long sleeve shirts, and they're great. Next one. Now I can't remember the name of this one, man, and I think he might have thrown this one in. Left and sealed pretty good. This one, it's that little Godzilla looking guy who's got like a mace hand, yeah, and then a spike hand. That one's really sick. Awesome little fade there. This is a cool little thing, man. This is what we were talking about before. The dog chain on the icon piece originally made mine broke because it was just hard to you couldn't really flex it, and I can't even open this bag. It's actually taped shut, but there is a new very flexible chain there now, so that's cool. That's definitely an upgraded item. And this is so check this out, man. You talk about really cool packaging. This is the Debt Collector, and it actually came in its own little separate box. Super sick, man. Really cool job. Low Tech Studios there. Low Tech Studios there. There. Boom. Really going all out on the packaging, man. Super nice. And here is the
For a maker that hasn't been on the scene too long for resin toys, man, like they really go all out on that whole packaging.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So this one's got magnetic articulation in the head and in the right arm here, and that is the debt collector. And I can't remember the colorway of this one. It had something to do with gold something, gold rub or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is. But then it's got the red gun. But check this out, man. This is what's really cool. Here's the card for it, by the way. Debt collector. Nice thick card again. Boom. Debt collector. Low Tech Studios. That's who this one is by. Always really cool stickers as well. Bam. Nice. But here's the best part, man, is so it's got like gold in the figure here. And then this shirt, man, I think this shirt is clean as all hell. Just straight up black and gold. Boom. Love that. Really nice shirt. Debt collector from Low Tech Studios. Great box, man. Low Tech Studios. Go get some of that. Even go back a little bit, man. The icon piece, that's one I haven't posted yet, but now I will since I have this new chain. But really cool work, man. Fished around in there. Asked for a t-shirt. I don't know if he has a t-shirt for sale, but there was the dinosaur wrestlers. God dang it, I can't remember the name of those, but they those have t-shirts too, man, and they're nice. They're very, very nice.
I think that might have even been like one of the first pieces we ended up seeing come out.
Yeah. He said Storm close to this snagged the black skull colorway. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, in the for the debt collector. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So anyways, Low Tech Studios, check that out when you get a moment. The General, I believe, dude, I don't know if you remember the runs of these. I want to say there must have been maybe
20?
30 of these, 20 to 30. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. There was
quite a few. And he does that every time. He makes quite a few every time, it seems.
Yeah. Yeah. Really cool, man. The last, yeah, sure is. The last thing that we have is the Chasin figure giveaway.
I love watching you do this, like look around right now for it, man.
I had it in my hand when I came in here, and I think, hold on one moment.
Oh, do it up, man. We're having a party over here anyways. If anything, I mentioned the Bobadrock page, and I wanted to quickly pull that up while you're going hunting for that. We're about to show up. Oh, you got it right there, but too bad.
Yeah. Just say, go ahead.
So available now for anybody who's seen us talk about this one previously. They are dropped now. This is that blue Baka, available now in the Bobadrock shop. And take a peek up there in general, man. There's so much stuff in the Bobadrock shop in general, spanning, I think it's 8 pages now. Well, we're just going to say 10 pages, maybe. Well, it's 10 pages. Ooh, I didn't see the swap symbiote. Jeez, I can't talk. Drog, man, did you just add the swamp symbiote into there? I remember seeing you post this guy, but I didn't know it was already sitting in the shop. Interesting. That's a goodie, man. If anything, I'm pretty sure I was in his shop either today or earlier this week. I wanted to see if he had any swamps chilling out here. Every now and then, for some reason, he's got just gold. I mean, the Chupacabras, 27 glow in the dark blanks. Damn, 25. Anyways, we could, yeah, you guys know we like the Drock store.
That logo that he had down there at the bottom, the S6, this Society 6. I don't know if you've ever seen that, dude. They do a whole bunch of prints, and it's one of those sites where you can get a print, and you can put it on like anything. You can put it on a pillow, a t-shirt, a mug. I wonder if anybody has any experience with that, let me know. I'm curious to see what kind of quality you get out of those.
We'll see. I'm glad that you're bringing that up, because the reality is that, and I think I've even talked to you about this before. Like, Baba Drop's got a whole bunch of sick shit in here. It's not just on his website, right? Like, even this here, 52 for a fucking full zip hoodie, 85 for the recessed frame print, 63.20 for the canvas serving tray.
Wow, dude. I am so glad you pulled that up, dude. I did not know that this existed in this format where you already have their stuff on there.
Yeah, like even this one here, I believe it's all of the Baba Drop.
Holy shit.
Yeah. All the different paintings of Bigfoot he's done. Faces of Bigfoot too.
Now that would really be something, man. If artists went on there, and I don't know how much it costs to do a mock-up like that, where you can see it. And I'm sure it's probably just made per order. But that would be something, dude. Like oh man, I would love that. People put their pieces or their logos or whatever it is. I would, oh my, yeah, all freaking day, dude. Hoodies, zips. Oh man.
Yeah, Panda Dance in the house. Yeah, boom. And then
sometimes I just want to watch our show, dude. You know what I mean? Like, damn, that's cool.
We kind of talked about it earlier. Like we easily, even if we didn't do unboxings, if we didn't do tabs, well, we could do a whole thing of just tabs. We could spend all night being like, oh, did you see so-and-so's piece? Oh, have you been to so-and-so's store? Oh, have you seen? And we could easily spend 3 hours or more every night just doing that.
Dude, so I thought that was funny when we were talking about, we were talking about just trying to get it to 2 hours and how we're going to make that happen, segments and time segments and stuff like that. And we failed again tonight, of course, fucking whatever, right? But it was funny because we were talking about, like, seriously, dude, we could bullshit for 2 hours. We could take these, like, I think that was a great word for it, dude. You said these digression talks, right? Like we're talking about something completely different, probably spurred off of something else, a minor detail, whatever it is. And you're right,
show that picture of the toy with a flower, and next thing you know, we're having a 20-minute, 30-minute digression conversation of, dude, roses really aren't all that expensive, and if you really like somebody, I'd get you some roses, and
yeah. And then we'd be like, oh yeah, man, Steve Carell's is funny as shit, dude. I love Steve Carell's. You know what movie I love Steve Carell's in? You know who else was in that movie? And and then I remember when I was a kid.
and then, yeah.
And there we go, man.
Yeah, let's talk about Fig Newton some more. Yeah.
All toys, all the time.
Toys all the time. Fuck.
Oh yeah, see that it said the Society 6 stuff is made to order. He gets a little cut. Cool, man. So that is a different way of looking at it, of where you're actually, it's kind of reverse, right? You're getting a little cut instead of making the whole thing yourself, which is cool, man. I think that really opens the door to a lot of different variety for sure. I mean, holy crap, dude. We saw everything from prints to mugs in there and everything in between.
Phone cases. You want to show off the Chasin figure that you've got, though? You went running around the room to find? You lose it again?
Boom. Chasin. I see you working, Jazz. I see you working, Jazz. I saw your comment.
That packaging trips me out.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, of course, dude. It is okay, and that's what I was kind of tripping for a minute when I was taking the picture, right? Because I'm trying to get, I guess your best marker here is the bubble. You want the bubble to be, straight, but then the card itself looks like the VHS tape is leaning back, dude. What a cool perspective on that, right? Like, and even if you put it like that, it starts to look like it's like a three-dimensional box almost. and it's just a flat backer. Yeah, really cool work. But then the figure too, check that out, man.
Beautifully done.
Yeah, donated by Drock. Thank you kindly, good sir. Anyways, Jazz, I wish that there was more than one Steve Carell. Freaking English teacher over here, Jazz Whiz. Yeah, the card is a trip, man. I agree, dude. All right, good luck to whoever wins this one.
I did pull Bubba Jock off. If you haven't spoken up, or if you didn't see yourself on the list last time, and I'm an idiot and I didn't catch you, please speak up, and we will throw you on the wheel of names for that Chasin figure. And otherwise, though, oh brag, Jazz Wizard, look at me. I know more than one Steve Carell. That's a flex.
Oh man. We need to make like a video of like deep cuts, like fucking Toys Alive deep cuts, dude, and that'll be one of them. I know more than one Steve Carell.
Just go through and find all the ooh, look at me.
Yes. Ooh, look at me. My parents are alive. Bro, that one's so fucking dark and fucked up. It's just fucking guy.
Well, maybe you'll think twice before you start just throwing around living parents and shit.
You're right. My bad.
Know?
My bad. I won't talk about it anymore.
No, I know. If anything, I feel bad, man. You're gonna finish this up, and you have to face reality of the fact your mirror is broken off.
Bro, that felt like a punch right in the gut, dude. Holy shit. You're right. I still got to deal with that, man. And I don't know how I'm gonna do that, honestly. We'll see how good I really am, I guess.
Oh fuck, man. Boom. The old fuck toys, Suki. That's what's up, man.
Nice.
Speaking
Congrats,
of Suki,
Suki.
we're always talking about Dreza's foot. Dreza's foot is taking kind of the lead on the emergencies lately. But Suki, man, I hope that you've actually been resting up really well after surgery on your shoulder, dude. I know that that's been some bullshit. Mecha Ducky, you almost got it, but the Wonder Wheel said no. So deal.
Yeah, nice. Suki, right on, dude. Cool, man. I will get that out in the mail ASAP. Keep an eye out for that. Next week, Zimitco.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be such a sick one. Because
I am so looking forward to that, dude.
The fuck does he look like? You've seen Zimitco, but he would have had a mask, probably. But otherwise, you've kind of seen them. You kind of understand. And
I would say this.
And their work, and
I would say this. So it was during, I can't remember if there was a thing going on there for COVID or not. They were both wearing masks. I remember that. But just very nondescript, man. Like if you saw them like walking down the street, just nondescript is the best description I can have for them. But phenomenal people. I mean, I am so curious, dude, to see like where it all comes from. We were talking about it tonight, dude. I mean, the number of pieces are just unreal. The variety is unreal. The material selection. There's prints now. There's looking forward to it, man. Big supporters of the show. They've always said a ton of stuff to give away. Hell, you know what? Next week, I'll have an unboxing from them that I got today. So I'll open that next week. And then we still have this Zimitco giveaway. We'll do that one next week too. So that'll be cool, man. That'll be a sweet show.
they seem like interesting folks. I know that
For sure.
they've got a couple pigs there. When I was even asking about the pigs, he was mentioning he doesn't know how old the one is, but it's like it's older. And I got talking. I was like, "How do you not know like the age of it?" He's like, "Well, they're rescues." And it's like, "What?" He was like, well, I was at work and my wife basically called me up and said that she had pigs. So now we have pigs.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, okay. And apparently, like all their animals are rescues. So like they've got dogs, cats, pigs, like, and like somehow finds time to do fucking resin casting to the amount that he does, plus all the paint apps, plus all the dude airbrushing, brushwork, and the fucking bejeweling, and those chains. I'm curious what the guy does outside of like, and doesn't he have a video game like
Bro, so then I was gonna say, so you have all that, and then in those pieces that he made, he just casually mentions like, "Hey, and by the way, in this one you can see a controller. It's from from the electronics store that we own." And I'm like, "Where did that come from?" And then I'm asking about some pieces on it. He goes, "Oh, I don't know if I ever do any more. Once I start doing some more slip casting, I'll let you know." And I'm just like, I mean, literally doing everything is what it sounds like. I mean, everything. Stickers,
and
yes, I
then
do that.
and then all these different conventions
Yeah. And you know
bringing
what, dude? They are in New York and they came out to Decon in
jeez,
LA with probably just as much as what we saw in those pictures from Five Points Fest. Just
they
an
had 7 of those
unbelievable.
big
Oh,
travel cases.
man, I've never seen it. I want to say at their booth at Decon, they had a 6-foot table, a 6-foot table, and a 6-foot table in like a U shape. And there was not room to put a 3.75 down. That's how much stuff was on the tables. I mean, you walk by it and you're just like, wow, that's a lot of stuff. And then you go up and you're like, God dang, how do I select one, man? Or even two? You're just like, oh, that's dope. Oh, that's dope,
And like almost
Anyways,
every medium. That'll be a
yeah,
good one.
bit of a mystery, man. And it's yeah, looking forward to it. That should be cool.
All right, dude. That being said, I feel like we came close, 2 hours, 46 minutes. That's sure as hell beats 4 hours. We're getting
We
there.
tried. We tried, man. We tried. We'll get there. We'll get there.
There. God damn it. It's a blast as always, man. Thank you again for doing this and for
Always.
covering most of the posts this friggin' week, man. God
Eh,
damn, you were on the ball. Fuck.
I think I know that this next week is going to be a bit of a challenge for me in many ways.
Well, then
Um,
I guess I'll take the ball then.
not saying that. I'm just saying that like it's we'll see, man. We'll see. I'll report back. Yeah, right. I'll report back about the mirror and see that fucking circus that I create tomorrow for myself. Oh boy.
Best of luck with that, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, right on.
Well, thanks for an amazing night, man. Thank you guys in the chat.